Sunday, good people. Welcome to your favorite Sunday morning podcast on the Good News radio station. It is the Get Right. I am Kelvin Unique.
I'm Christopher Armani.
Nathan Griffen.
Oh, well, yeah, that's Nathan Griffen. But Eric, as you said, Eric's not here because he decided that he was going to leave us to wave his flag today. He said he about to put on all the rainbows and the crop tops and booty shorts to break his back like he did last year at Long Beach Pride. So shout out to Eric and everybody down there at Long Beach Pride.
Just like a weekend full of events?
It is a weekend full of events. So it is Pride season has officially kicked off like between now, Memorial Day. Pride month is actually June, but it started to kick off now. So this weekend is Long Beach. Next weekend is DC. Then here the weekend following, then Atlanta in the end.
So what exactly is like
Pride
Month or Pride in general?
It's kind of like Black History Month. So it's just taking time
for gay people.
So it's like time to celebrate achievements by the LGBTQIA community, as well as for them to run amok and just be hoes. To be honest, it started off as something.
I feel like y'all do that daily. Well, you.
Wow.
You.
Wow.
I meant to specifically say you.
Wow, Chris. Wow. No,
Eric as well.
Eric does do that daily. But no, it's a time that we're supposed to be celebrating our differences and celebrating equality and celebrating all those things and come together. But yeah, sometimes it just runs amok, and especially in Atlanta. I've been to Pride in Atlanta a couple times, and yeah.
So y'all don't even do what
we do. We do parades. There's activism. There's events. There's a lot of things that go.
But y'all can't wait till the fun shit happens.
Well, that's like with niggas. We can't wait for the barbecue.
If you say so.
Juneteenth, what we doing? Barbecuing.
Who actually celebrates Juneteenth?
We will be celebrating Juneteenth this year because we need to start. We don't celebrate Juneteenth.
No one does.
That's the problem.
I haven't heard anybody who does.
I'm about to start celebrating Juneteenth every year, just like I start celebrating Kwanzaa. Because those
you don't even celebrate Kwanzaa.
I did celebrate Kwanzaa. You didn't know.
You post about it. I don't mean you celebrate it.
I'm about to buy a candle stick.
And that makes you just the most Kwanzaa motherfucker
I'm about to wear my dashikis all for a whole week. Because I just feel like we neglect those holidays that are specifically for us. We, as African Americans, we don't have specific holidays for us except for Juneteenth and Kwanzaa, which is the only African American made holiday.
If you want to celebrate it, okay. Buy your candle and put it on.
You're quiet over there.
No, I respect it. I agree.
You buy my candles? You get 7 gifts. You don't want to celebrate? I'll give you 7 gifts.
I don't need to celebrate Kwanzaa.
Yes, okay. You do need to celebrate Kwanzaa. It is
totally okay.
It is just like we need to celebrate Juneteenth. Juneteenth is the day that African Americans got a word that they were freed.
But to celebrate Kwanzaa, don't you need to be like
no, just African American.
That's it?
Yes, it's an African American. I think what people misconstrue about Kwanzaa is that they think it's an African holiday. No, it's an African American holiday. It was started right here in America to trace back.
Hey Siri,
to trace back our roots and to be proud of where we come from. It's an African American holiday.
Can you define Kwanzaa, please?
Which word?
K-W. Which one? How do you spell it?
Kwanzaa.
It's 2 spellings.
K-W-A-N-Z-A-A.
What? Can you repeat that, please?
The K-W-A-Z-A-N.
W-A-N-Z-A or K-W-A-N-Z. Sorry, something's wrong. Please try again.
Your Siri broke. And you know why? Because your Siri not even a nigga. You got
mine is the African male. That don't sound shit like
you
the
don't
African.
Sound African, and that's the problem. And this is why we need to be celebrating Kwanzaa.
You can't even tell.
That's
not what Kwanzaa means.
If your Siri sounds like that, and he's supposed to be Africano, then that's the problem. So we will be celebrating Kwanzaa, and we will be celebrating Mudsucking Juneteenth. But this weekend, and for the rest of the month, we will be celebrating Pride. And shout out to all my brothers and sisters of the LGBTQIA community, because I am so proud of all the things that you have done. And also shout out to Taiwan, who literally just legalized gay marriage.
Who?
Taiwan. Overseas.
Oh, the country.
Yeah,
I'm like, who? The definition of Kwanzaa is a secular festival.
Secular festival?
I just wanted to read the first 3 words. A secular festival.
So you're trying to say like they demons?
you have this high praise about Kwanzaa, and this is what it says. That is secular. And it's observed by Africans.
And African Americans.
From December 26th to June 1st.
African Americans. Where'd you get that from? Wiki?
Google.
Google what?
I literally just said define Kwanzaa.
I don't believe it.
I just read it to
the
you.
The devil is a lie. You will not do this.
I just read it to you.
Not on my black people. Anyways, happy Pride Month, guys. Pre-Pride cursor. So we have somebody in the building that I've literally known half my life. Like half my life.
Half of 60, okay.
Yes, so about 30 years of my life, I've known this guy. I met him when I was like, what, 12, 13?
Yeah.
Yeah, a long, long time
Was
ago.
he just as weird?
I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't even say that you're weird.
Thank you,
You're
Stan.
unique. We'll just use the pun.
So he was just as unique?
I've always been a little offbeat. No, but we met through the Voices of Unity Youth Choir, and we've been friends ever since.
I bet you were so extra in youth choir.
Why would you?
You
think
just, I don't know. I just feel like you probably were.
No, I think I was reserved. I've always been really shy until I
Okay.
hit the stage, and then I'll blah blah blah. Then it's like that. Shut up.
That's questionable.
Shut up. And then, but no, I met him back then, and we've been friends through high school, to college. He is a marauder.
Oh, you went to.
He went to.
Okay, let's tread
Central.
lightly, please.
Oh.
This is
starting
the
to bond.
interesting.
I wish you would have told
thing.
me that before.
We're just starting
Before
to
you got in the car?
Let's not start, please.
See, this is an interesting thing. Me and Nathan have known each other for a long time, but our decisions in life have just gone totally different because I went to the illustrious Kentucky State University. He decided to go to Central State University. I joined the world's greatest fraternity, Phi Beta Sigma
Questionable once
Incorporated, in spring of 2009. He decided to join Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated in spring 2009. Our lives have been going parallel.
See, these are two things you did not aware
I
me
know
of.
they're going parallel, but in two different ways. I don't understand how these things work. But y'all, I want y'all to give a good news and get right. Welcome to Nathan. He's visiting this week. So you've been visiting. How have you liked it?
Oh, so this isn't my first time out here. The last time that I came out here, I was here with a friend. She was looking to move out here. So, and then the following time after that, I came out here with my sons to celebrate our Alpha-versary.
So sad.
So, yeah, it was cool. I will say it's like a different vibe now. As far as my understanding.
Because it's raining?
Yeah, I mean, when I came here before, it was a little bit sunnier, but that's all right. But yeah, like my mind is different. Like, you know how we go somewhere, you're younger, so you see things differently, and you look for different vibes, and you look for different entertainment. Yeah, so it's different now. I feel like I'm cool with just the simple things, you know, like enjoying scenery, going somewhere, having some good food, having good company, instead of looking for the next thing.
For the rah-rah.
Yeah. So it's smooth. It's smooth. It's cool.
Are you looking to move out here, or you just
No,
here?
just visiting. Needed
okay.
a little break.
Mhm.
So yeah, came out here. Wanted to get some sunshine. You know, back in the Midwest, the weather is up and down.
Yeah.
Like it was in March or April. We had 100-degree difference in weather. So it was a negative wind chill of. It was a wind chill of negative 43. And then that was like on a Tuesday, and then the following Tuesday or Wednesday, it was up to 43 degrees.
Fuck?
Yeah, so it was. I don't know if
Things
you saw
I don't miss about Fort Wayne.
the viral videos where if you boiled some hot water
Yeah, and threw it outside.
and threw it outside,
Yeah.
it evaporated. Like that was real.
I'm so
that
happy
was
I missed
real.
the polar vortex
That was
of
real.
2019.
So y'all spoiled out here with your little
little rain.
57
rain.
degrees, little rain.
But we get we get
Mudslides.
mudslides, we get fires.
Oh yeah,
Earthquakes.
I remember the fires. Yeah.
The great
There's a
thing about
trade-off with
Fort Wayne,
everything.
you do get the cold, but we have knock on all types of woods. We live in Tornado Valley, but we've not had a tornado come through Fort Wayne.
I thought you were talking
No,
about
I'm talking
California.
about
I was so confused.
Like we're literally in Tornado Valley, like right in the middle of it. But God has been blessing us, and not
Yeah.
I thought
having
tornadoes were like
Oklahoma.
in Florida or
in Florida, but also that path of Fort Wayne, Ohio-ish. Like we're right there in the middle of it. But I think I heard because we have three rivers surrounding us, and tornadoes usually don't land around water.
they don't. I don't know shit about
Allegedly.
tornadoes.
Allegedly, until this global warming shit happens. Now anything can happen.
I'm glad I've never seen one like in person.
Oh, I don't know what I would do.
I just don't understand how people chase them and just like trying to get that footage of them.
Yeah.
You know,
I would never give a fuck that much.
Because what if it just changed direction on you, like a
And come right at your ass.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you could die in one, can't you?
Oh, you could die in a lot.
You could die around one. What you mean with the debris going everywhere?
Yeah.
I would want to be in the eye of it though. I think that would.
We
be-
all just said we don't want to be there.
That's the other.
You see what I'm talking about? Like 1 minute we say, "Oh no, fuck that." Then the next minute, "Oh, I do want to go look at one." I actually do
about
want to
it.
go touch one.
I would want to be in. If I don't want to be like die on one, but I would like to like be in the middle, like till I can see like the stuff go around, like be in the eye.
So you
of
want to
it.
be close enough to the point where you could die, probably.
If I'm in the middle where it's the eye of the storm and I'm safe, yeah,
But
but
you-
don't put me like in the with the cows.
But the thing about nature is that it is unpredictable. You
unpredictable.
can't sit here and say, "Okay, I want to be in the middle of this tornado if I'm safe." Like,
This is true.
There's no possible
you
way.
there is no possible way. Come on, man.
Put me in the eye of the storm.
Okay,
I'll let you have that.
it's you and all your uniqueness.
Yeah.
Right. I told you.
You right.
I'm
You
not-
right. I understand
whatever.
now. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid now.
Whatever. Y'all would not. This would not be that show.
How was your week?
My week was good. What did I do this week? I'll say that for your week. I had a wonderful time. I was at work. I didn't do a lot at work though. But I went to work, and that was good. And we went to Princess Love makeup release line, which was good. Seen some people
Why'd
I
you
did not
cough?
like.
Oh,
Seen some people I did not like, but it was okay. But that was cool. My week has been pretty good. It's been pretty like mellow. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else did I do that was like exciting. I didn't do anything super exciting this week besides like go to the concert. But other than that, that's cool. That's the first time I don't have like a story about my week.
can you cue up a song for me? It's gonna be a part of my week.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I just thought about it.
Yeah, okay. Pre-production.
Just give me the instrumental to "Sexy Love" by Neo.
Oh, okay. We can do that.
But I can't really start my week until that's cued because it's a part of the beginning of it.
Okay. Oh,
It's not what you're thinking,
you know what I'm thinking.
and it's not what you're thinking.
You know what I'm thinking about she who should not be named.
I mean, her name is Lavender, but we're not talking about her right now.
I know. That's why I'm Lavender. What she done did?
You ready?
No, I'm not ready. Hold on. I got it because it may be a commercial, so I don't know what's going on.
Well, I can start it if it's up.
It is a commercial,
So-
yes.
Last week I was in Michigan, and my fucking flight was delayed. So my flight originally left at 8 p.m., but this time this one is it up?
Mhm.
Okay. I'll give you the cue. So
Please, and thank you.
so I get to the airport at like 7. So they're like, the plane's not leaving until 9:30. So I'm like, all right. So I asked her, is there any way that I can make this connection flight? Because my flight that leaves from Kentucky to go to Chicago, she said that I was going to miss that connecting flight. So the woman just wasn't trying to work with me or whatever. So I figured I'll put on my charm and try to like get a fucking new flight because this was pissing me off. So I go up to her, play the song. So I go up to her and I just was like, look, listen, my name is Chris and I just really need to get to this next flight. And I know that you said that there's no other options, but I really seriously need to get to this flight. So her hand was on the desk and I touched her hand and I was like, listen, if there was just any possible way that I could really just get on the next flight, I would just really greatly appreciate that. You could cut it off. So then she finally, like, she just started looking at me like she was in love or something. So I was like, is there anything you could do? So she was like, you know what? Yeah, I could put you on the next flight. Great. You could have did that the first time. So anyway, she puts me on the next flight. But then she called me back to the front and was like, I'm just going to give you a hotel voucher just in case if you miss your flight. And I was like, oh, great. You should have been offering me this service. So I was like, all right, cool. So she said that she talked to the people in Chicago and they said that they were going to hold my flight. So I didn't even have to get on a whole new flight. I would have been on the same flight originally. I was like, all right, cool. If you talk to them, that's fine. So we get to Chicago. The people said, oh, that flight left already. And I'm like, but she said that she talked to the people in Chicago. So how did it leave? So I get off the flight, run to my next gate. These niggas left 30 minutes before I got there.
Wow.
So I'm like, all right. So I had to spend the night in Chicago, and I had to walk to White Castle. It was like midnight. I walked to White Castle. The inside was fucking closed, so I had to walk through the drive-thru. I've never done this before. So I walked to the drive-thru. Nobody, I guess, ain't it like a sensor when you get to the drive-thru?
Yeah.
I thought it was
like
like
a weight.
magnetic.
I thought it was weight.
And maybe weight as well. I don't know.
Well, nobody was listening. Like, no, I kept saying shit, but nobody was saying anything. So cars was pulling up behind me, and I was like, oh, shit. I just felt embarrassed, so I started walking around. And I just felt like niggas was probably looking at me like I'm homeless. So,
or you about to steal something?
and then I had on a hoodie, some sweats, and some Crocs. So I didn't look I didn't look the part. So I go to the front of the counter, and I'm knocking on the door, and she was like, I overheard her. She was like, oh, here come a homeless guy. And I was like, fuck, they already think I'm homeless. So the lady comes to the counter, and I just put on my whitest voice possible. I was like, can I just order some food? Like, I'm here from out of town. I have a layover. I'll stay up the street in the Fairfield. And she was like, oh, okay, yeah, I thought she was a homeless. And I was like, well, I'm not.
Because I'm black?
So I ordered some food.
Because I'm black, I thought you was a homeless.
No, but I did look homeless. Like, I'm walking through the drive-thru. That does look homeless.
Carless.
And homeless.
But would homeless people struggle to go through the drive-thru when they just go to the window? Like,
yeah, they would just go straight up
like,
to
why
the
would
window.
they
Yeah, I don't think she even thought that I was at the ordering part. Because I think she just thought I immediately went to the window.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I was saying.
Okay.
I ordered my food. I was walking. I stubbed my toe on the fucking concrete.
Because you have on Crocs.
Very, yeah. And it was freezing in Chicago. Then, I think that was, got into it with my coworker, Mary J. Blige. This is the first time we ever argued.
What? You and Mary J got into it?
This is why we got into it. So,
Pause for the cause. Chris has a coworker that looks just like Mary J. Blige off of the what's the name of the song?
I don't know what album this is.
It's the Dancery song, Family Affair cover.
Oh.
She looks just like her off of the Family Affair.
And
cover.
where's like what color pants did she have on?
She had on sparkly black pants, the sequins.
No,
pants.
they were green. I thought
green sequins. They were sequins. I remember that.
Yeah.
At work.
Okay.
Continue your story.
Okay,
please.
so this work event that we have is called LA Screenings, which is currently now, and no, this had nothing to do with that. The second part why we got into it had something to do with that. So the first time it's this thing called air day schedules. Air day schedule is basically a schedule of when a show airs, basically. Mm-hmm. So I'm in charge of that. I have no idea why she decided to try to do what I did. So I'm gonna act like I'm chewing gum because this is how she said it. So she was like, Chris, I'm gonna update the air day schedule. Is that okay? And I was like, I already did it. And she was like, oh, well, why don't I see it? And I was like, I don't know. I did it already. So she was like, oh, well, you're just gonna have to do it again. And I was like, but I'm not doing it again. It's already there. So she was like, well, I'm gonna come over and you show it to me on your computer. All right. So she came to my computer. It's clearly right there. And she was like, well, come to my computer. Tell me why I don't see it. No, I'm not. I'm currently doing something.
Right.
Then she just kept saying I have to do it again. I was telling her like I'm not doing shit again. So she it just seemed like she got mad at me yelling. I guess I did raise my voice. Then
you like no.
Yeah, I was like I'm not doing that shit again. So then she was like, oh, I found it. You must have just did it. No, I did it. I just showed you on my computer. So if it's there on my shit and it's not there on your shit, that's your fucking. I don't care. Then she got mad because the first day of the event, the screenings event, was yesterday, and she got mad because I didn't tell her what time we had to be there. And I just feel like if you have the same email that I'm copied on, you should have looked at it before you decided to shut your computer down.
If you over here checking what I didn't do, you should be on top of what you should be doing.
Yeah, so I didn't tell her what time we had to leave. I didn't tell her where we had to park. You could have opened up the fucking email.
Mary J
I'm
was
not
lost
telling you
in
shit.
this dancery, just walking around.
And then she was like, oh, well, I guess I'll just be late and I'll try to figure it out. I mean, okay. It's the same place every year.
Right,
so
girl. Like, it ain't changed.
Yeah. Then Thursday was a Lucky Day concert.
Yes.
Could have been better if that nigga Mike was up.
But he himself was
He
amazing.
was good, yeah. And I feel like I knew every song and no one.
Oh, you knew every
I feel like
song.
I outsung everybody and everybody just sitting there
Lucky.
confused. Yeah. And Lucky. And his background
And
vocals.
his background vocals that were not.
even
His
singing.
background vocals were so. Why were they there?
They weren't even
literally-
singing shit.
They were literally props. They were just there, swaying, not together, just there, smiling at him. Like, what did.
The one with blonde hair, they must be fucking. Because she kept
looking at him
Yeah.
like, did y'all practice this? Like,
Yeah,
did
she
they
must-
pull you out
yeah.
the crowd? Find two girls in all black. Please, just find two girls.
One
in all
tall,
black.
one short.
One tall, one short. We'll teach them oohs and ahs in the back. We won't even cut on their
but
mics.
you could hear the background of the song, and they weren't singing that part.
It. No, it was so weird. But Lucky sung his face off, from what we heard. And Tyler the Creator and Daniel Caesar was there.
Bryson
I'm
Tiller?
lying. Bryson Tiller and Daniel Caesar were there.
Yeah, I didn't see Daniel at all. I didn't see neither
Daniel.
one of them.
I seen Bryson.
I didn't
see Daniel.
Daniel, I didn't fucking see at all.
Mm.
But that was my week, I think.
Yeah.
I wrote notes, but I forgot them.
Oh wow, that's great.
How was your week?
It was all right. I feel like I work in education. So
Call 1-800-CONNECTION.
okay.
Education connection.
So as the school year starts to end, the students start to get a little bit more elevated and active. So it was an active week, but I was just looking forward to unplugging. We have about a good 2 weeks left, 2-3 weeks.
Of the school year?
Yep, of the school year. So because we had so many cancellations, we'll be going on until
September.
June 3rd. No, June. So it's not too late. But June
That's
3rd.
stupid as fuck. Is it because like the winter, the weather and all that?
Yeah, like
that's stupid.
Like legit though. Like and it's interesting because there are some schools who have built-in like e-learning days, which is like electronic learning.
Mm-hmm.
So they assign assignments to the computer and everything like that, and you just have to do that. So it's not like you're missing school. But not every school district or every school is a part of that. You feel me? So ours doesn't do that. So when we miss school or have a school delay, not school delay, but school closing, we have built-in days throughout the year to prevent us from being in school so long. But we maxed out on all those days, and June 3rd is the day. So it's all right though.
That just prolongs everything.
It does.
It really
man.
does.
I never had that in school though.
Oh, we had that.
I don't think
Oh, where you from?
here.
Okay. Oh yeah.
What?
Chris,
Am
you
I
went
not
to
from
school.
here?
You went to school in Southfield, though.
In high school, yes.
Yes. So in high school, in Southfield is in Michigan, right next to Detroit. So I'm pretty sure y'all had snow.
But we didn't have like an extra week or two of school.
Did y'all have built-in snow days?
I think we had like 5 a year, I think, or something like that.
Because no, we had built-in snow days, but we would always exceed those days. So I don't even know why they even built those bitches in.
Yeah, we had like 5 or something.
Like we used to have like 5, but then like we would be out of school for like 2 weeks. So I don't know why they just didn't give us 2 weeks of snow days. Like they didn't predict that this was gonna happen. Like this is new. Like Indiana's new to snow.
But you do know that like with our weather, Midwest, it always varies. Like you could get the winter in like April and it hits real hard, and like but in December, January, and February, it's like chill. It's still like fall.
Build those in.
You just can't predict it though.
You work in
can't.
education. I have a question.
Oh Lord.
On those teacher in-service days, do y'all actually do stuff?
Yes.
I think you're lying.
Well, I
think that's a lie.
That was a no.
We do things.
Like
I'm
what?
not-
What do
so-
y'all do?
So I am not a teacher.
Okay.
I am a mental health therapist,
Okay.
but I do work with, the staff and everything like that. So we get ahead on things. We get caught up on things. We meet in preparation.
I think it's
for
just like a
things.
teacher vacation. Y'all be in there retreating with wine
No
and
way.
cookies and stuff.
We definitely don't have wine.
I think y'all do have wine.
What
at
does the
school,
teacher's
though.
lounge look like?
I don't know about teachers, but I know about the professor's lounge.
It
Who?
varies.
The professor's lounge, like at
In
the
colleges?
university. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't even know they had those.
because I went to a couple.
What are they like? Are they?
Oh, they have like chairs. They have a couch. They have like a refrigerator,
No, ours doesn't.
a microwave.
But it depends on the resources of the school
Yeah.
because
Oh,
I work at a Title I school, which means that about 95 to 98% of our students are on free or reduced lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So the resources that our school has is very low.
mhm.
So we still have a building that was original 1945, 1943. So we still have like the bomb shelter at the bottom when we do our tornado drills. So,
Mhm.
so we don't have an elaborate school lounge
Mhm.
or a teacher lounge. So I don't know. Maybe where you work at or where you were. I don't know. Kentucky
We
State
had
probably
it-
has something different.
Well, I was at.
I've never been to the one at K-State. I didn't even know they had one.
Yeah, they have one at K-State, but I went to the one at Western, and WKU has money, okay? They have a lot of money. So they would have, like, just like a big-ass flat-screen TV in there. They had, like, clouds. They had
love.
vending machines. They have coffee, Keurig. They have, like, donuts that the white people be bringing in and stuff. And then they also bring, like, their food. White people love to bring shit to try to feed people. And don't you...
Like
don't,
raisin casserole.
Yeah, and don't nobody want that shit.
Dealing with
Like,
you.
and this stuff be sitting
I'm
there.
not dealing with any.
And it just be sitting there, and I'd be so confused. Like, why is it just there? Like, y'all know nobody
brought it
else
for
is
y'all to
eating this.
eat.
Nobody else is eating this. Like, Karen, you bring this. macaroni casserole every week
with raisins.
with raisins and cabbage. Why does your macaroni
And
casserole
broccoli.
have cabbage in it?
With parsley on top.
Who the fuck is eating this? I really feel like you made this for your children. Your children said, no, bitch.
I truly think that our taste buds are like different. Like when it comes down to culturally,
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
because casseroles, green bean casserole, raisin casserole, all these other things.
Casserole in general.
I feel like it's-
Fucking casserole.
I've had some good casseroles, but it's not like a go-to. It's not like a I'm gonna bring this to every
Yeah.
function.
I'm about to
gotta
make
have
some
the casserole. You
Yeah.
know, so it's just different, and of course our approach to seasoning is different.
One of
just taste buds.
my lifelong goals. I don't have a lot of Caucasian friends, but when I do find one, I want to go to their kitchen inside their spice cabinet, and I really want to see what spices they have inside of their
Salt and pepper. You talking about white people?
Yes, I
Salt
really
and
want to know
pepper.
what they have because we got
No, actually just salt. I don't even use pepper.
I think because we have lemon pepper, cayenne pepper, cinnamon,
garlic powder,
garlic powder,
onion
all
onion
spice,
powder,
seasoning
lemon
sauce,
spice,
all this stuff.
Lawry's,
Yeah,
paprika.
all this stuff. I really want to know what do they have
salt,
inside of their
salt.
and they use and not the thing that's they use a pinch of salt,
Yeah, salt.
Oregano,
yeah,
Parsley.
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 That's it. White people put parsley
Basil.
on literally on everything.
basil.
I don't even, what the fuck is basil?
Just basil get a little.
But
What
the
is basil?
But the thing is, our seasoning cabinet will have some old seasonings that's been there for the longest, just got pushed to the back.
Mhm.
But we got
They be
the new
hard
one.
as shit, and then you shake
You
it.
gotta shake
Yeah.
it, especially the lemon pepper. It
all
get the
of them.
clumps.
All of them be like that.
Yeah, but they still good though.
I'm always use that shit.
Still good.
Are you? I really hate when you try to read comments and you're blind.
I'm reading. They're talking about our mics.
Well, just put your glasses on.
I can read it.
What's it say? Don't even move over.
They're just saying. Well, Vonnie said that
You can't
Nathan is
see.
soft spoken, which he is because he's a kind person. And Didier said we're not loud enough. Turn up your radios, then. I think what it is, they're used to Eric yelling at us, and we match Eric's volume.
So I'll get closer to the mic. Is
There
that
you
better?
go. That's so much better. I'll turn up your mic. We're
Okay.
all good. I think we're all good now. But yes, that's what I want to do. I want to go to a white person's cabinet, and I want to see exactly what they have inside of them.
Ask Jordan. Did she cook it all?
Jordan's Italian.
Is she?
Mm-hmm.
She's Italian.
Yeah, her last name's Dolazar or Dolzer or something like that.
Jordan is not Italian.
Jordan's Italian.
No, she's not.
No, she is not.
Jordan is Italian.
I don't believe that.
See, that's how it is with black people. We hit the truth. Someone gives us the truth, and we like, no, it's not.
I don't
not.
think she's.
She
She's
just told me
white.
she's Italian. No, she didn't. She just
She's
told me.
Italian.
She just texted me and confirmed that she's
Yeah.
Italian. No,
I
she
don't-
Jordan's whole Italian. Like she sent me Christmas pictures. Like her mom and them cook down. Like I'm going.
Ain't she from Kansas City or
She's
some
from
shit?
Kansas City. That means she's not
didn't.
Italian.
What does that mean? Like just because
You're from California.
can't?
You're quote unquote from California.
I am from California.
So y'all don't have fried chicken, and your mama makes some bomb
That
ass
has
fried
nothing.
chicken.
That has nothing to do with what I was just trying to say.
Sayings. If you want to try some good ass fried chicken, Chris' mama makes the best fried chicken. Like
She
she
makes
will
the
bring.
best everything.
She would bring me out of retirement.
Oh, to eat chicken?
Yeah.
Oh, she makes the best everything, especially the macaroni and yams.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't even front because
Where's she-
Tawanda's not no cook. But
Where's she from?
Here.
Okay, that's interesting. That's dope.
I'm gonna ask her because I don't believe you when you keep saying people from here.
I'm from here. My family is from here. Just because I went to high school in Michigan, that don't mean shit.
Oh my gosh, y'all! Didier said that he's white.
Is he?
I never.
Have we
knew
ever
that.
seen Didier?
I've never seen Didier before, but Didier, what is in your
No, we need a screenshot.
spice?
Don't add no
Cat.
Didier. We need a screenshot. Didier, if you could DM the Get Right Radio Show.
Yes,
A
if
screenshot.
you could text me, should I say my number on the air?
You go right
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
You
Didier,
go right ahead.
please go to your spice cabinet right now and text me what is in your spice cabinet. 260-267-1129. Please take a picture of it right now. Send it to me. 260-267-1129.
How much you want to bet it's just salt?
No,
If he's literally
I'm
white,
pretty sure he's
I would
Googling.
at least give it like 5 seasonings, 5 to 7.
let's take a poll.
Okay,
I'm literally just gonna say white. Salt.
Salt. I'm going to say salt, pepper,
I'm gonna
cinnamon,
say salt and raisins.
nutmeg.
Raisins is not a seasoning.
I know. I just feel like
I'm
that's
gonna
in the
say
seasoning
nutmeg, and I'm gonna say 5. I'm just gonna say that's 5 seasonings. Sans?
Yeah, I'll say 5 too. I'll say salt, pepper, nutmeg is in there. I'll say oregano. Because you can't give. I don't see the stuff that is like really strong, like the garlic powder. I can't think of the other 2, but I'm at least guessing 5. I'm at least guessing 5 or 7.
No, he did.
Oh, I'm just gonna say salt, raisins. Even though raisins is not a seasoning, I just feel like he's white. They're gonna be in there.
Mm-hmm. But our taste buds have to be different. Because even like looking at some of the videos, the recipe videos that they have online and stuff, you just see like a pinch of salt, and it's like, oh, okay.
See, raisin, salt, pepper, paprika, low sodium salt, and he said he's at work.
He's at work.
Those are 5 things, though.
Those are 5 things.
See,
wait, what's raising? Did he mean to say raisins?
I don't know if he said raisins or not.
I guarantee he meant to say raisins.
I think that's the brand.
No,
Like,
raisin may be a white thing that we don't know.
But he put raisin, salt.
Yeah, so raisin may be a
Raisin.
white season that we don't know about.
To go on what? Didier, what does it go?
Because
That's
he
the
ain't say
brand, the
because he ain't
brand
say
name.
no Laries, so that
And then he
maybe
said low sodium
raisins-
salt. Is that about Morton's?
A low sodium salt.
Who has low sodium
You need
salt?
some sodium in your salt.
People who value
That's
their
the
lives.
problem.
No,
People
salt.
who value their
I need
lives.
every.
That's the problem.
Every sodium of salt.
Put some sodium up in that salt.
Mm.
That's the problem.
Did anybody say paprika? He said paprika.
I said nobody said paprika.
What the fuck is paprika? What does that go in?
Paprika goes in things. You know when
That
Mr.
black people
Salt,
don't make.
You know when Mr. Salt and Miss Pepper had a
Oh, the baby. That was paprika.
Paprika.
How am I supposed to know what that goes in?
I don't know, but Blue's Clues tried to warn us.
Yes,
Steve
yes,
had
yes.
that shit, and that's when we should have known a long time ago. Oh, child.
I'm surprised nutmeg wasn't in there.
You know what else? We should have a spice. That should be the question today. What spices are in your cabinet?
That should not be the question.
That should be the question today. All right. Oh, thank you, Didier, because we really wanted to know, like, what spices.
And I feel
potato
like you're leaving
salad.
some shit out. Potato salad. Is that what you said?
that's what Vonnie said. Potato salad.
Oh.
All right, guys. Y'all ready to get into it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's time for a bitch. You better read.
What's my favorite word?
Number 1.
Number 1.
You have to yell number 1. You have to yell the numbers after I say
Okay.
it.
Number. Okay, I'll wait for my.
But it's like,
Okay.
it's like number 1.
Number 1.
Okay,
Okay,
alright,
but
so
I was by myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm just going to say
Yeah,
it.
Chris just said it.
Yeah.
Oh,
He doesn't.
so that's his thing. I can't have my thing, although
Yeah.
I'm just a visitor.
You can have your
What's
thing.
your thing?
Okay, my thing is I wait till you do it and then I do it. So it's
Okay.
like 1, 2, 3.
All right.
So number 1 and then number 1. Number 1.
Okay. So before that, Vonnie was saying that paprika goes in potato salad, deviled eggs, and it goes in a lot. He also has distilled vinegar. Ooh, child.
Distilled
Okay.
vinegar. What is
Vinegar,
that?
I can see that.
Didier,
I can see that.
I just want you to, before I forget, Didier, we are having a barbecue on June 2nd.
Who
Please.
is?
We are.
We are?
Ooh, child. Yes,
Oh,
we
the
are.
live show. Oh, I was so confused. I was like, wait, we
Ooh,
are?
Jesus, are you a part of this show? No, June 2nd, we are having a live show and a barbecue. Didier, please bring your distilled vinegar and your paprika.
Please don't.
Please bring
Didier,
it.
you are not invited.
Didier is invited to the cookout. You are invited, and I want you to come, and I want you to bring your distilled vinegar. All right, so let's get into it. This is Bitch You Better Read.
What's my favorite word?
Number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1.
All right, let's get into these new abortion laws, people. This stuff right here has really given me a headache, and I really want to know what you guys think about it because I think that is absolutely whack. So, Alabama State Senate made a shocking move to approve a near total ban on abortions. Yes, people, this is so crazy. The controversial law outlaws all abortions except in cases where women's health is at serious risk. It also stated that there are no exceptions for the cases of rape and incest. Jesus.
Wait, what?
I'll explain all in a second. The Alabama law will make abortion a felony at any stage of a woman's pregnancy. It also criminalizes the procedure for doctors and who can face up to 99 years in prisons if convicted. Although Alabama is the latest conservative state to pass a law aimed at limiting abortions, this is the most restrictive in the United States. Following the big move, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi tweeted, "Women's rights are under attack. This restless and cruel Republican assault on women's health is designed to force a court battle to destroy Roe versus Wade. Democrats will be ready to defend health care and women's reproductive freedom." Now, getting to this, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp also signed a bill that would ban abortions in its fetal heartbeat if a fetal heartbeat can be detected. Now, this usually happens between the 5th and the 6th week of a woman's pregnancy before a woman even knows that she's pregnant. As of right now in Georgia, women are allowed to undergo abortion procedures up to the 20th week of pregnancy. However, starting January 1st, this bill signed by Kemp will ban abortions after a fetal heartbeat is detected. Kemp said in this stupid-ass statement that Georgia is a state that values life. We protect innocence. We champion the vulnerable. We stand up and speak for those who are unable to speak for themselves.
Literally.
Okay. So, all right, I'm confused. So, let me just make sure I understand. So, basically, if you're a woman
In Alabama,
let's just say you're 2 months pregnant, you want an abortion, you go get an abortion, you can go to jail. To sum it up,
you will go.
You will go to jail for 99 years.
No, that's for the doctors. If the doctor,
if the doctor does it,
the doctor does it, you will. It is a felony. No, it is a If a woman does it, it's a felony. But
and
if a
go to
doctor
jail.
does it, they can face up to 99 years in prison. The thing about this is, what really bothers me is that, first off, I'm so pro-choice. I believe that a woman's body should be her choice, and she should be able to do whatever she wants to do with her body. Period. Period. But for you to say that a doctor who is doing an abortion is going to get more time in jail than the person who raped a woman that is making her get the abortion is ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous.
I have 2 views.
Go ahead.
I understand what you're saying, but getting an abortion is basically killing a baby, right?
If it depends on how far along the baby is, because
Let's just say 2 months.
2 months is a little. What's that? 2 months. That's almost almost
8
half
weeks.
through the first trimester.
So is that enough to be forming a
Not
baby?
technically, because in the 5th and 6th months, that's when the woman finds out that their baby is actually like there. Now, I don't think that it has it just developed a heartbeat, but I don't think it has a spinal cord or eyes.
I feel like if the
Right?
baby,
I don't know.
I feel like if the baby is like, if this is early, like it's not formed or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a problem with it. But if the baby is like formed, I mean that basically you are killing the baby,
Mhm.
basically. Even though it is growing inside you, like I totally get that, and I totally get that women should have their own choice to do whatever they please. But I mean, it kind of is the same thing as murder, kind of. Not, I mean, I don't want to sound
Sexist.
I mean, but you know what I mean, though.
I
Like,
get
it's
what you're
kind of.
saying. I get what you're saying, because I thought the same thing too. Like, because for years I was like, if you have a baby, you're killing the baby, but
And
then,
you know what you're doing
and you know
to
what you're
have this
doing.
baby.
But then I start honestly, like, literally thinking about it, and it was like, would I rather not bring this child into this world knowing that I cannot provide for it and having this child fend for themselves, or
That's where foster care comes in.
I understand that, but I've seen so many people in this foster care system that are just troubled and don't have anything. But also, I'm not saying like if the baby's like 5-6 months along, but like if the baby has not developed a heartbeat, or if the baby has not developed like fingers and eyes and things of that nature, then if in serious cases that, especially in cases of incest and rape, yeah. Like, no one wants to have an incest baby. Nobody wants to have a rape baby. I think I was talking to you about it.
Yeah.
The mental thing that goes along with that. If I have a rape baby, I'm looking at this baby that's reminding me of a very dark time in my life every single day. That's mental health. They say that health risk, that's health. You're a psychologist. That's a health risk too. What if I snap and now I kill my baby because I don't want to see or have a reminder of that?
And think about I guess, granted, I'm not a woman, but think about the bond that is supposed to happen in that process with the baby and the mother. You know, that's why you have, what is it called?
Postpartum?
Yeah, postpartum. You know, the connection that happens, but how conflictual it would be. You have something growing inside that you are building this conflictive love with because it's evidence of a bad traumatic experience, but yet your nature is to bond with it, but you don't want to. Like, just the mental health with that. I mean, I feel you. I feel you. My mindset is similar to a degree. I guess the thing that just bothers me or boils my grits over is the fact that we have all of these officials and all these people putting all this energy into a forming life, but they don't put this energy into existing lives.
Talk about it.
You see what I'm saying? Like, we have real life problems for those who are walking around here. We have real life issues for those who are in these broken families, those who are forming families. We have, whatever. But we want to sit here, place 99 years on this. We want to sit here, make sure everybody knows that we value lives, but baby lives, So it just, I'm pro-choice too. I do feel that it is definitely situational. Because just because you decide to have fun or you had a whatever, we have responsibilities, but then also the trauma in it, and you could tell it's just a lot of guys making these decisions.
Oh, it says
a bunch of guys.
The thing is, like, many have called this out the fact that white men put this law into place.
Yeah.
Like, this was definitely white men who voted both of these laws into, and then a white woman governor signed it, which I'm really confused about. Oh my goodness, I'm so confused about it. But like, this goes back to the fact that Chris was just telling us, me and Brianna, the other day, make sure we are filling out our ballot to vote. We have to know who are we putting in office. Just because they may look like us, or just because they may seem on the outside that they stand on our issues, does not mean that they will. You have to know who stands on what. Like, I'm pretty sure the people in Alabama, especially those who get the abortion, because from my understanding, it's probably like a lot of white women that are probably getting abortions instead of opposed to black women that are probably getting abortions. I don't know. I don't know the statistics, but like, you have to know who you're putting in office, because they ultimately are speaking for you. And if we don't pay attention, it's going to continue to get worse. Yeah. They're definitely coming for immigration. Now they're coming for Roe versus Wade, which was like 1,000 years ago. I'm being dramatic. But like, to overturn abortion laws, like, what era are we living in that a woman does not have the right to choose what she wants to do with her body? It starts with the small things and it gets bigger. Like, we're going to be slaves. If y'all don't keep,
history repeats itself.
Because y'all, look, slavery was abolished with the 16 million, but I don't think there's like an actual something that protects us. I may be wrong, but I think it may say like it's wrong to do it and illegal to do it, but I don't think there's nothing in there that says we can't go back.
I mean, I don't
that's
know
dramatic, but
you're good.
Y'all need to vote, and women have the right to do whatever they want for their body. Who am I to say?
I don't know. I just, you could just sell that just things are just so lopsided when it comes down to in the favor of men versus with women, just to keep it 100. Just thinking about how, like, we're stripping away this choice for the woman. Like, they have to do this, whereas the man who played a role in it, we already know. We know a bunch of guys who leave that responsibility, you know, but there was no requirement put in place that you need to fulfill that responsibility. Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
And
so
that's
you
what
are forced to have
too.
this child, you know, though you don't want it, but the guy who doesn't want the child doesn't have to be a part of anything. You know, so I just feel like it's an imbalance with different things, which just shows who is at the center of making decisions. Because
does the baby father also get a felony if the woman decides to abort the baby? Because it takes two to tango.
You know, if it is incest or if it is rape, is there added time on top of that? You know, so it just makes you just like question and just look at how lost we are as a people. You know, I'm not even talking black or white, but just like the empathy, the collectivism is gone, like, to where we are no longer a family. We just have our own individual agendas. So I don't know.
It's all over the place. And if you're in Alabama and you are in Georgia, I don't want to say this, but y'all need to start state hopping.
Yeah. Don't come to California though.
Don't come to California. But that's also my worry because
Why not? Wait, hold on.
We too
We're
populated.
full.
We are
We're full.
full. We have a house full.
Sorry.
We have a house full. There's no
Sorry.
more bedrooms. There's
We
no
are
more
full.
no more bathrooms.
No.
Not enough
That's
water.
just like saying y'all need to move, but don't come here.
Don't-
Yeah, don't come
that's too
here.
far.
There's 49 other
I know
states.
you need
Tennessee.
help. I recognize you need help.
But
Go
go
get help
somewhere else.
What
elsewhere.
else? What's close? Tennessee,
Tennessee.
Kentucky, Louisiana. Slip that way. Go that way. Don't
Just
come
come
this far.
west.
Don't
Don't
come
come
you
west.
need
That's
help.
about 37 hours.
Yeah.
That's,
You
that's about
know.
1,000 and something hours. Y'all
That's
good
just
down
like you
there.
can't stay here, but I mean,
Good luck.
So-
No, but on a serious note,
We cannot
on a
link that.
serious
Whatever.
note, on a serious note, it does concern me because now those women that are in those states are going to look for other options of getting rid of the unborn baby, and that's what scares me. So it's either going to be state hopping to do something illegal, to do something in another state and come back, or they're going to find some type of backdoor illegal type of way to do it, like in For Color Girls. That scene
It's
scared
just-
me.
It's just cyclical. Like, you just think, let's say a person is having a child and they can't take care of the child, but they don't want to give up the child or whatever, but the governmental resources or assistance is not built in to truly help support
how
that
it's supposed
child.
to,
You
yeah.
know, or even if it is, now we are penalizing
So
this person
crazy.
for being a single parent because the father doesn't want to be a part of it, or the father is a criminal,
Exactly.
you know, who raped him. Like, it's
And now
just
we're taking
so
away.
much, man.
They're cutting welfare, cutting food
Yeah.
stamps. Or for
What
the
you can
person
get
that's
on
supposed
food
to
stamps.
probably will get if they can't afford a baby, then they child. Jackie said, "I wish women created some law like men are only allowed to masturbate 3 times a week, and if you masturbate more than that, you'll go to jail for 5 years."
how are we going to track that though, Jack?
Yeah.
We will all have something put in our.
Whoa.
I was gonna say prostate, but
the
no.
urethra?
Yeah, the urethra, and
Oh,
it
okay.
will be a timer. So like it would. But what about a wet dream, Jackie? What happened if we have a wet dream? Does that count as one? Because we don't feel that.
You
I
do
don't-
feel it.
I don't
If
get a
you're
pleasure.
dreaming about it.
I don't get a pleasure from a wet dream.
But you had to be doing something in your dream in order to have
No.
a wet dream.
Interesting.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
So you could just have a regular dream, like you just met Stevie Wonder, and out of nowhere, you just about
you
to.
none of yourself.
Did you just hear yourself?
Yeah.
You can
That
go to
is-
the
A
restroom.
wet dream happens
Interesting.
because you have so much semen built up, and it just comes out when you
That's.
sleep.
I don't think that's.
No,
right.
a wet dream's not because you turned on during your dream. It's
I
your body's
truly
way.
don't
It's
think
your
that that's
body's
right.
way of getting rid of old semen.
No, I don't think that's right.
Yes, it is. Yes.
That
Questionable.
Y'all did not pay attention in health class at
No,
all.
I don't think you
I
went
would-
to
I
health
would-
class.
I would say this. I can't agree with elements of that. I do feel that because of the built up, there has to be something that activates the arousal to release it. So a dream
Yes.
then has something where
No, the dream.
something
does
that
not-
excites you,
Yeah.
and then you release it. But you're not gonna be sitting here thinking about I'm walking in the rain, and then you just end up,
And you just
in a
ejaculate.
wet dream. Like no,
Well, it
like
doesn't happen that way.
a rainy wet dream. That doesn't.
That doesn't. that doesn't make sense.
Y'all, a wet dream occurs when you have a sexual.
Okay, that's all you
go
need
ahead,
to read.
finish. Go
No,
ahead,
that's all
finish.
you need to
Go
say.
ahead, finish. No, because you don't want to finish. Go ahead, finish for the listeners.
That's
Go
literally
ahead,
all-
please.
That's all he had to say.
Please. See, and this is the thing. You got to fact check people sometimes
I
because
know.
they be talking.
His ass
They be
always.
talking.
Since this morning, I've been having to fact check his ass.
Come on, keep on going. Let's do it for
A
the
wet
readers.
dream.
I mean, for the listeners.
Wet dreams are when a person orgasms involuntarily while they're
No,
asleep
read exactly what you was about to say.
because
Because the
of
first
a
word you said was
dream,
sexual.
which may or may not be erotic. They are called wet dreams because when a male has this type of dream, he may awaken with wet clothing or bedding. This is because semen or fluid containing sperm is released during ejaculation. However, the term is also referred to a woman's orgasm during sleep. Hold on. It's also referred to when a woman's orgasms during sleep. Okay, wet dreams are not caused by masturbation during sleep. They are caused without manual stimulation.
The mind is a powerful thing.
I made my point by you reading that.
Wet dreams do not reduce sperm count.
So yeah. So yeah.
I made my point.
I'm learning your personalities. I see you are a credit seeker. I made my point. I got the point. I got it.
Anyways,
because sometimes he like to feel like he's right, and when I know I'm right, I'd be like,
But you like to feel like you're right too, apparently.
No, only when I know that I'm right. If I don't think that I'm right, I'll let it slide. But if I know that I'm right, I need the point.
all right. Speaking of wet dreams, number 2.
What the fuck are we about to
I'm
talk
about to say, how can we expand on that?
Number 2.
I'm
Go ahead.
trying to be a radio
Okay, go
personality and make segues, okay? I'm trying to do this, okay? Number 2.
Number 2.
Speaking of wet dreams, now the internet, the internet has been going crazy over a poll on Twitter asking, do people wash their legs in the shower?
I'm trying to
Before
think
you
of
read
the
the
link.
story.
You're trying to think of the link too between wet dream
Yeah,
and
before we have a question.
Okay.
Before you finish this story, where did that?
segue.
Yeah, like just
Shower,
connection.
wet, nasty.
Shaving
There's no
legs.
dreams.
No,
There's no dream.
washing. No one said shaving.
So,
But there's no dream.
You said washing legs, I believe, right?
Washing your legs in the shower.
What does that have to do with the wet
when
dream?
when you have a wet dream, you come on yourself. Do
you come on your legs? I'm sorry, I don't.
My dick's big enough, so yes.
Okay.
All right.
So
If you wanna finish the story,
okay, keep going. Keep going. Moving on. Keep going.
All right, guys.
You know how
So-
disgusting that is? Go ahead.
So
right,
guys, the
moving on.
question is, do you wash your legs in the shower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are white people saying they don't wash
I
their legs in
don't
the
know.
shower?
I'm just confused on this segue.
Yeah, I don't-
Like that, I'm still there.
I feel like
Y'all
I
don't
can't
get with
move
it. If y'all don't
because I
get
can't
with it,
understand. I need to understand
if you have a
in order
wet
to
dream
move.
and you're not showering after, we just gonna walk around with the cum on you.
Wait, what's the question? Say that again.
If you have a wet dream,
Mm-hmm.
are you not showering in the morning? Like
Yeah.
you have this stuff on you.
When I wake up, yeah.
Okay, so speaking of wet dreams, people in the shower are saying they're not washing their legs. That's the segue.
That's all right. Let's
That's
just let
better.
him have it, bro.
You know
Just
what?
let him have it, Chris.
You
Just let him
guys
have
can
it.
finish the.
No, I mean, you just been confusing us like this whole day.
It's okay. That's
I
okay.
mean, well, you've been confusing me this whole day.
It's okay. You're
We're
always.
just gonna let it go.
confused.
All right.
All right. So, question, guys. You say yes. Why are people saying they're not washing their legs in the shower? Is that like a
who's people? White people?
those without seasoning in their cabinets?
So, okay, I think that's why we're saying that.
I think that is so weird. Do you guys? No, you didn't. Okay, Kelvin. See, she gets me.
Who?
Jackie gets me. Jackie gets me.
what?
My segues. All right. So,
She just want to make you feel better.
and I love Jackie for it. So, what other weird hygiene things that you do? Because people are saying they don't wash
I
their
brush
legs.
my teeth in the shower.
You brush your teeth in the shower?
Saves time.
Mm-hmm. I floss and brush my teeth in the shower.
I can't. I have
That
a
saves
routine.
time.
Yep.
Really?
That'll save you like maybe 5 to 10 minutes in your morning.
What else?
See, I shower. Confession. When I was younger, I did not wash my legs.
So I'm pretty sure your legs were just itching out the day.
No.
I'm just thinking of to build up dirt, like summertime.
That's what some people were
like,
thinking.
You know, like
On the internet, they were talking about like, no, why are we washing our legs? Or why are your legs that dirty? Like, what are you doing to get dirty legs? And I'm like, hold on. So they equate like open skin, if you will, to being dirty. So like if it was covered. So like right now I have my jeans on, but my knees are out. So like I only will wash my knees, like because they were exposed to air. I don't know.
So I'm gonna ask you and Chris a question. So when it comes down to it, I know when, like even after you wear socks or even in the summertime or whatever, winter, like right where your ankle is, where your Achilles heel is. At least with me, if you don't wash it,
Oh,
that
that
could
little,
that little
that
like
black
cave
shit or
in.
whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, like you can like cave in, and that's like where like the dirt is like stored. So it's like you can cover your legs, you can have socks on or whatever, but I think because we naturally move around, there's like a buildup of sweat, and sweat also evaporates, but still can come up with dirt. So, yeah, that's my mindset.
I feel like
wash
you
your
have
legs.
so much build up, Kelvin, because you didn't used to do
Wash
that
your
as
legs.
a kid.
Oh no, my legs are good now.
Well, I don't know. You said as a kid, so
My legs are. As a kid, we used to do hella stupid stuff, like go in the bathroom, just let the water run, and act like you taking a shower.
oh,
It didn't come
never
out.
did
I
that.
didn't
Oh,
do that.
I
I didn't do
definitely.
that.
I
either.
valued my
definitely used to do
hygiene.
I
even as a
definitely used to
child.
like just let the water run, just sit there on the toilet.
Oh, that must be that. What y'all do? That.
I just like.
Oh, that's not a segment.
I don't know. I didn't know if that was
It's the truth. This is
that was a
confession.
blue
As a
thing.
child, I just like I was just
You know.
over it, like okay, this is. All right,
How
I'm
old
done.
were you?
I had to be like
16?
6. Like 6.
16.
Why were you?
Yeah.
First of all, why? So
What?
So many questions for
I'm just
him.
confused. Like you were told to take a shower.
Yeah.
Tawanda said take a shower.
Yeah, I was being a badass little boy.
And
Just
you
didn't
were
wanna do it.
6. You went to the shower. You just turned it on and just sat on the toilet.
Yeah. Turn it on. Sat on the toilet, twiddled my thumbs
So-
for a minute.
So then my question is did you come out in a towel?
Towel. Yeah.
So you used a clean
A
towel
dry-ass
on a
towel.
dirty body.
Yeah.
A clean towel on a
walk
dirty.
out.
That is disrespectful and doing too much, wasting all these towels.
I'm really concerned. Like I just
Be
don't
concerned.
think you were brought up.
Tawanda, if she's listening today, she knows now. I don't know why. I think it's just
How many? So like you went probably days without showering.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Not no
this
more.
is a safe space. Go ahead.
Not
Keep
no
on
more.
going.
I mean, allegedly. I mean, we don't really.
That was my past.
Okay.
This is now.
I mean, if your past was a year ago, I mean,
Shut up.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think, do I have any other, like, I literally have to shower. I have a routine. I have to shower, then I get out the shower, and then I brush my teeth and wash my face.
I do all of that in the shower.
Yeah.
I have to do it when I get out the shower, and then
You wasting water. That's why the water bill should be so fucking high.
No,
you
the
can
water-
do all of that shit in the
the
shower.
water bill is so high because you're doing all that in the shower.
You're saving. You don't have to use excess water at the sink.
I'm not using excess water. I'm using less water because the shower uses more water.
No, you're using more water
No.
by getting out the shower, using the shower. Then you about to go use the sink. Same shit. Just
But
do it
the
in the
same
shower.
time that you spent in the shower brushing your teeth and washing your face is the same
It's
time I
actually
spent
not true.
maybe less time
Okay.
That's not true.
I feel like another situation.
at the same.
It's not true.
That's not true.
Sorry, Google.
I'm just
I
saying,
promise you,
like,
it was. Try it tomorrow. You will save time.
I can't because all my products are in the name. So I have to
In
wash
what
my
thing?
face. I have to wash my face and then put a toner on my face. It's a lot. It's a skin routine.
Okay.
I will say one thing with me in the shower after showering. I don't like the steam and the mist.
Mhm.
So whenever I take my shower, I have to have a window open or something like that because I feel like
You
after
don't
I
get a
dry
cold?
off,
I love the
it's
steam.
just letting the heat escape. So it's not like the window's fully open,
It's
but
good for you. It opens up your.
Since my bathroom is in my
pores and
room,
stuff.
I never leave the door open. I mean, closed.
You just leave it
Yeah.
open.
So, cause yeah.
yeah. So then you don't have that buildup of that steam because then
No,
it's
I
like
love the
even
steam.
after drying, it's like you get sweaty again, and
I
don't
feel
know.
like it's like a. It just makes you feel good.
okay.
The mist.
Says the person
Yeah,
who
the
doesn't wash
mist.
his legs.
I do wash my legs. I
Great.
do wash my legs.
If you say so.
Number 3.
Questionable.
Number 3.
Were y'all done with that?
Number 3.
Were y'all done with that topic?
Were you done with it?
I'm just saying.
Oh, child. Number 3. Britney Spears' manager said that she may never perform again, y'all. It looks like it's not looking good for Britney Spears' Las Vegas residency, as she doesn't seem that she'll be returning soon. That was written so horribly. Sources close to the star claim that she is not in good mental or physical shape to resume rehearsals for her show. Her manager, Larry Rudolph, reportedly said, as the person that guides her careers, based on the information I and all of the professionals who work with her are being told on a need-to-know basis, from what I've gathered, it's clear to me that she should not be going back to this Vegas residency, not in the near future, and possibly never again. He adds that Britney was more than halfway through completion of her rehearsals for the shows last year when her dad fell ill, and her shows were scheduled to commence on February 13th. He said it was a perfect storm. We had to pull her show because her meds stopped working, and she was distraught over her dad's illness. He also added that last summer, when she went on tour, she called him every day. She was excited. She hasn't called him in months. Crickets. That's exactly what it says, crickets. She clearly doesn't want to perform now. I'm going to skip ahead. So Britney was also forced to go under mental evaluation by the court, and she has to do 30 days in facilities. They also report that Britney's judgment is showing that she's impaired after leaving the facility, and the doctors are struggling to find the right combination of medication to keep her stabilized.
Is anybody checking for Britney?
Britney Spears this is the thing. Many fans,
Who's fans?
Britney's fans, because Britney's Vegas residency is still doing it. She's still getting it. Because she just posted a video of her dancing. I'm going to find it. I'm going to show you this video of Britney's dancing. She was literally just getting it. But on the internet, Britney fans don't believe that she's not that she's mentally unstable. They believe that her parents are holding her back and her manager is holding her back. And they started this hashtag on Twitter called Free Britney. And they have a campaign. Do you think that Britney's actually mentally ill? Do you think her people are just out to get money and just hold her back?
I feel that there are too many people, speaking in general, too many people who are trying to make a chapter their book. I feel like there are sometimes, let's say she was on top for this amount of years. That was her chapter. But I think that because people want her to stay in that chapter, they're trying to make it her whole life the book. So if she wants to leave or she's not mentally ill, if she is mentally ill, that's cool. But I do believe that what is required to be on top and to satisfy your fans and to have shows, it requires a different type of strength. It requires a different type of strength and sacrifice, and both physical and mental. Like, I wouldn't want any of that. Being on the traveling, all that stuff is too much. I could assume.
I can see. And then also I think about the pressures that she had to go through. She already had one mental breakdown.
Yeah.
She was literally thrust into the spotlight at 15, 16 and became the world's biggest pop star.
And how old is she now?
Britney's got to be like in her late 30s.
So there's a different
40s.
There's a different motivation, a different ambition, a different insight to yourself, to the industry, to your capabilities, like all of that. And I think people create things just to justify or make themselves feel better.
Yeah, I just pray that Whitney. Ooh, child, please don't. Please don't send her down that road. I just pray that Britney's okay. Because I don't know if she needs better people on her team or what is really going on. Yes, she does have kids, and I just think that,
This video disturbed me.
I just showed Chris a video of Britney dancing like 2 days ago.
And it disturbed me.
She looks like she's in good health, though. She's still hitting the moves. She got a good little boom, cat, boom, cat, cat.
That's
boom.
like choreography?
I don't know. That's freestyle or what.
That doesn't look good. Like you thought.
I thought she still looked good. She still has it.
I said she's hitting us with that early 2000s.
Yeah, Britney always danced like that.
You know, and I think now the appetite for dancing is different. Like we can't.
Y'all know I used to be early.
If I went to a Britney concert and I saw that,
I'll be like, "Fuck it up, Bread."
But that's Britney though. Like that's like going to a Janet Jackson concert and not expecting her to dance like Janet. Like this is Britney dancing like Britney.
Well, they also bringing up some Ray and people are bringing up some very good points. They said she has kids now. Vonnie says she has kids now, and Ray also says she needs to take care of herself. There are a lot of circumstances at play. She's not trying to go back in there with the public eye. She does have a man now. She does have her kids. So I agree. Yeah. I just, it's just rather interesting.
She can not perform anymore and I'll be fine.
I think we all have those artists.
Wow, okay.
She doesn't need to perform anymore.
I have
This nigga Didier said he do his taxes in the shower.
I seen that too. I do have just recently, 30 minutes ago, this is breaking news, so I do have to read this.
Go ahead.
It's not sad, though. All right, so at Morehouse, the Morehouse commencement speaker just offered to pay off the class of 2019 student loans. Y'all, this is major. Something amazing just happened at Morehouse College graduation ceremony this morning. Billionaire tech Robert F. Smith stood in front of nearly 400 graduating seniors and surprised them by announcing that his family was providing a grant to eliminate the student debt of the entire class of 2019. Robert F. Smith, who received the honorary doctorate from the college, had already announced a $1.5 million gift to the school, but he wanted to do more. He said to the graduating students, "This is my class, and I know my class will pay this forward," adding, "My family is going to create a grant to eliminate your student loans." The crowd was filled with joy. Some even cried after hearing the news. According to WSB-TV, that's a gift that has been estimated at a whopping $40 million.
I'm trying not to be a hater. I'm very proud.
Oh, I'm
very happy for them to have that opportunity, that blessing. But her brother over here, Sally Mae, still checking for her child support. So
that's not fair. I don't feel like that's right.
Do you want to do over?
Yeah.
You know what I had at mine?
You talking about graduation?
Yes.
We had the same well, Raymond Burst wasn't your president.
No, Raymond wasn't my president.
Nigga, my shit was like like we had to be quiet. It was like an ACT.
Yeah, at yours. We at least got to do the butt at ours.
We didn't. No, y'all didn't.
Yes, we did. They played
Who played
the
it?
They played the butt. Not the band, like over the loudspeaker.
Oh, I was about to no, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Once again.
When? Kelvin, I was in the band.
I graduated.
I was in the band.
I graduated.
Kelvin, we've never played the butt any
Y'all didn't play
graduation.
the band. We played it on the loudspeaker.
Who played it?
We played it. The class
Who?
of 2012. See, we have favor. See, when you have favor with the president that you don't like and it's going out, you can do what you want to.
That didn't happen though.
Okay, it didn't. Okay. He gonna
So what
tell me.
happened? So wait.
I
What
think he
happened? What
remembers.
happened? What
He
happened
gonna
when
tell
the
me
butt
what
was
happened
played?
at my graduation?
I'm in the band. I was in
Like
the
at
band.
my graduation. When it was all over,
So at the very end.
Yes,
Like when
the
y'all were
very
walking
end,
out.
yes.
Okay, keep going.
they played the butt.
No, we didn't.
Y'all didn't, but over the loudspeaker they did.
They didn't.
Ask me honest.
So what did we do? We just sat there. Like what did the band do? Just sat there.
Y'all was looking stupid like y'all always do.
So if they have the actual band there who plays
Y'all
the
had
butt,
the concert band. I don't
It's
want.
the same
I don't want to
instruments.
hear the butt on the woodwinds.
there's
I don't
woodwinds
wanna-
parts
I don't
in the
wanna hear
band in the butt.
on. Keith, I'm not lying.
You are lying. If you talking about the butt, are we talking about the butt? Is that
Yes.
what he's-
Skip
you are
all
lying.
y'all. Skip all y'all.
Like
Anyways,
I wasn't in the
back
band.
to the $40 million that this guy is doing to pay it for
What school is this? Morehouse.
Morehouse. That is amazing.
That's dope.
That is such a blessing. If
It's dope.
I was to go out of think about the upper hand on that now his class has going into a brand new career debt free because Morehouse is not cheap,
Yeah.
and that's
That's
just
not
really
fair.
dope.
What's
That's
his
really
name?
dope. Robert F. Smith.
I wonder if I can write a letter and be like, I heard what you did for Morehouse.
Add my name.
I went to Kentucky
They
State.
forgot to put my name on the roster.
Yeah. I'm gonna write him a letter or email or something.
Something. Wow, that's amazing. That just came across
I
my
hope
timeline.
that will inspire
That
people,
was good.
man.
So I just had to put that out there. So another story, number 4.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Number 4.
We're all gonna guess here.
Yeah, okay, number 4.
Yeah, you said 3. I remember the number 4. It's a
Because
great
I'm
number.
taking away something. I took away that Sapphire story. This is funny to me. A South African student was arrested after he pretended to be a food inspector for KFC so he can eat for free for a full year, y'all. So this is how the story went. In South Africa, he dressed up, had a fake ID that said inspector. He would go to the KFCs around the city and around the surrounding areas and say, I'm inspecting the food. Please give me this meal. And he would eat for free for a year. So the question is,
I wish you would have did a different.
a restaurant. So if you were to pretend to be an inspector to get free food, which restaurant would it be?
Chick-fil-A.
I already knew you was going to say that.
Does it have to be fast food or just a restaurant in general?
Just a restaurant in general. If you out here faking the funk,
If it's a fast food, I'm gonna have to go with either. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A?
I think. No, Bucharest. It's a restaurant in Michigan, and they have
Where
like
you from?
I'm not from Michigan. They have the best chicken shawarmas ever.
Swarmers.
Yeah, it's a sandwich.
I don't know. Back in the day, it would be McDonald's because I used to love McDonald's.
I fucking hate McDonald's now.
Or now some rallies back in the day. I would frick up some rallies. But today, I would probably like
You gonna say something
Veggie Grill?
plant-based? Yeah.
Let's say Veggie Grill. Or where we went yesterday. Oh, I would. Gracias Madres.
Who?
Gracias Madres. You need to go. It's vegan, but you
Yes,
wouldn't
it's
even know.
good.
It was so damn good. Oh, Chipotle too.
Chipotle's good.
I would do Chipotle. I would definitely be there. Like, hey, yeah, I know this is my 3rd time this week, but I got another complaint.
But wait, I just feel like if you work at the restaurant, you don't know that that's not the health inspector.
I guess they just didn't know because they were just like, well, I guess he has an ID. Like,
But
corporate didn't
usually-
say nothing.
But usually, like in working at fast foods, they would be like give a heads up, like
Yeah.
okay, a state is coming or somebody's coming
Right.
to investigate. I
Nope.
mean,
We're
whatever.
doing uninspected food inspection, unannounced food inspection. To
They,
make sure
that's stupid on
everything's
them.
where
They
it
should
needs
have
to
known
be.
that. They that shit like that is announced.
Yeah, they give you a heads up. They
But
do.
what restaurant?
Oh, me, I probably. So when I was eating meat, it will probably be like if it came down to beef, Whataburger.
This is overrated to me.
Oh my god,
I never had Whataburger.
Oh,
I've had it
my
in the airport.
Gosh.
I can't remember what airport it was, but in the airport I've had it.
Amazing. But Wendy's too. I think Wendy's.
Oh,
They-
Wendy's chicken. They had a 80-piece Wendy's chicken nugget challenge, and I definitely wanted to try it. But I had
80-piece chicken
Yeah,
nugget?
like how could you finish 80 pieces, 80 chicken nuggets?
And how long?
I think it was like 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. in
See,
2
with me,
minutes.
depending on, I predicate my decision on the sauces of the fast food joint because I have to have sauces with the meal, and their honey mustard and their ranch and their sweet and sour and their sriracha, all of it is.
hidden.
Wendy's used to have the best barbecue sauce, but
But who took the crown?
I don't know now.
I was about to say to tread lightly. Who you gonna say?
I don't know. I haven't had like good barbecue sauce from the only fast food restaurant I really eat now is Chick-fil-A. Wendy's is very rare, and just Chick-fil-A. That's really the only fast food restaurant I eat now.
I say McDonald's used to have the best honey mustard when it came out in that slender peel packet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it tasted a little bit more like horseradish and whatever. But now it's different. They
Yeah,
didn't
the best
change.
sauce I say is Chick-fil-A sauce
I think Chick-fil-A is
or
overrated.
comeback sauce
That's just me though.
from Holland Rays.
Yeah, I think Chick-fil-A is cool.
I like Chick-fil-A
but
sauce
it's-
on everything.
It's cool. But
Oh, Jackie, the question is, if you were a secret inspector to get free food, what would you be? Also, if you were pretend to be an employee at any company to get free perks, what would it be?
ooh.
NBC
NBC?
because they
What?
host the
The Oscars and stuff?
no.
Up front?
Oh fuck! ABC because they host the Oscars. I was thinking of the Olympics.
Oh, yeah. I would go to Olympics, yeah.
ABC they do the Oscars.
I would definitely be Top Man.
Top Man.
Yeah, I would
the
be.
clothing store.
Yeah.
What perks do you give for Top Man?
I want to be like an exec, so I can be like on the merchandising side, so I can just go in and like get all the samples. Like I just need all the samples. Please give me all the samples.
What do you mean the samples of what?
Sample clothing, because they have.
They
sample
go in
clo-
there, you could get a sample clothing.
Yeah,
like
they-
if you went to the Sam's Club and got like a sample food.
Yeah, but like for clothing, like some samples don't ever make it out. So like you have like exclusive clothing, like there'd be like 101 shirts that they don't release. So I just
Part of
all
like the
samples.
idea board that didn't fully
Yeah,
get out.
yeah. So I'll get all like the exclusive stuff, like Dope next door at. Well, I say next door to Go Guys used to do like have like a lot of sample clothing they used to like keep in the back, and I used to go back there and just see what they get because the employees used to get to wear that. So like they have like the 101 pieces. So I would like definitely be like a Top Shop merchandiser, so I just get all the sample pieces.
Is that new?
No, it's been for years.
Oh,
We just don't never see it because we work on like the retail side after it comes out. But like there's a lot
TJ
of
Maxx
sample
never
stuff.
had that when I worked at TJ
Yeah,
Maxx.
because TJ Maxx is the fifth store to get the clothes. It's discounted, so y'all don't even get samples.
They
Y'all
don't
get,
produce
like,
original clothing.
yeah.
It's just more so
All
clothing.
right, you're right.
Yeah,
I would say art comes first. I love, that's
Mhm.
that's my spot. Art comes first. Taft clothing because I love their boots and their shoes. And you think Scentbird? Because they have,
oh yeah,
because you would get
all
all
the
of
cologne.
all of the smell goods.
What is Scentbird? Oh, a cologne store.
Yeah,
Yeah, they come out with all of. Well, they don't produce them. They just
I get a
Yeah.
Scentbird cologne every month. It's a different scent.
walk around smelling good.
Yeah, it's amazing. Didier. Okay, so they're saying what they would have done. Didier said that he will do rallies. They have the best barbecue. Keith
Barbecue
said,
sauce.
I guess
Yeah,
so.
barbecue sauce.
And then Keith said Taco Bell.
Mm.
And then Ray said that she will work at Apple so she can resell everything.
Oh, she's trying to be a.
Yeah, she's trying to be a booster.
Yeah.
She's trying to be a booster.
You get your money.
All right, y'all. Last one, number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5.
All right, so a couple dies from the bubonic plague after eating raw mammoth meat. Okay, so let's get this. A Mongolian couple who ate raw mammoth meat passed away from the bubonic plague. According to the U.S. Today, the couple died in an isolated area in Mongolia's Banjan-Olojol province. I fucked that all the
What?
way up.
Oh, I was about to ask you what word.
I know.
I just let it pass. I was like, okay, that's all right.
I just
A little
you know.
struggle. That's
They
okay.
know where they died. Now,
We don't.
Okay.
they were there. The death led to a 6-day quarantine of 118 people who were in contact with the couple, which included locals and a group of tourists. Now, they were even given antibiotics to prevent further contraction of the plague's bacteria. American Peace Corps volunteer Sebastian Pleag said that people were scared to leave their homes after the quarantine was lifted. He says after the quarantine was announced, not many people, even locals, were in the streets out of fear of catching the disease. The World Health Organization official, I can't say that name, reported to BBC that the people ate raw mammoth meat and kidney. The dish is considered to be consumed for good health. Now, the rodent is illegal to hunt in the area and is known to be a carrier of the plague bacteria. I didn't even know that the bubonic plague was still around.
Yeah, neither did I.
I've never heard of it.
You never heard of the bubonic plague?
Mm-mm.
It's what killed everybody in the Middle Ages, right? Let me see. I literally think the bubonic plague is when you shit yourself to death. But let me see.
I think
When you do what? When you do what?
When you shit yourself to death.
That's the thing?
I think.
Shit yourself? Is that what you said?
We're about to confirm because you know I knew you were about to investigate.
No, because I was
farther,
confused. Because you could shit yourself to death? You can do that?
I mean, but if you think about it, it dehydrates the body.
Oh, you don't shit yourself to death.
See, that's why we
It
gotta
says the
investigate.
untreated pneumonia form of this disease, which is inhaled through the lungs, has a mortality rate of 100% and can kill within 24 hours.
100%.
100%.
So there's no chance.
None at all.
You
just
get this,
OV.
it's done. It's done,
Yeah.
son.
And
It's
what
done,
what
son.
do you have to eat? What's it called?
Well, they ate this raw meat. I'm trying to see what else you can get it. But it's
They
like
didn't-
through bacteria and stuff.
Niggas don't look at their food before they eat it?
Well, Chris, they went out and hunted this mammoth and just
Oh,
did it.
they went out and hunted it. Oh.
Yeah, they went out and did that.
Are they white?
Well, they were in Mongolia. So they probably went up
So
to
they're,
African
they're
American.
probably Mongolian or white?
Yeah.
Figures.
I'm trying to see how it says it's exposure to like flu-like symptoms. This includes, you can throw up to death.
You can throw up to death?
So it's like symptoms include fever, headaches, and vomiting, swollen and painful lymph nodes occurring in
For
the
eating raw meat?
closest. Yes, you get that bacteria. That's how people die with the black plague.
That's crazy.
Jackie, keep up, Jackie.
What
she
you
says,
say?
what are we talking about? We're talking about these people that died in Mongolia after eating this mammoth meat raw. They ate the kidneys and the meat because they thought that they was going to get healthy, and they got the bubonic plague.
And they died within a day.
Died.
That's-
And they had to quarantine people because that's what killed people in like the 1930s, right? The medieval times, like the Black Plague. That's why everybody was dying.
I didn't know nothing about that.
The 1930s.
I said the 30s.
No, you
Oh,
said
you
1930s.
I was like, okay.
I meant to
I
say
feel
the
like I
30th
stepped into
century.
Chris's shoes.
I meant to say,
should have
like-
said it. I should just let it fly. But I was like, okay, that's
meant
around
to
No, you be
say,
the
having
like,
to, you be
Depression.
having to fact check everything
the-
Kelvin said.
You said that's the Great Depression. Okay, what's the? Okay,
I meant to say, like, the
interesting.
medieval.
Okay, cool.
The medieval
You said the
time.
1930s. So.
Okay, we.
I heard it. I heard it, Nathan. I heard it.
Well, niggas was dying in the 1930s for something. They had to die from something.
Not from this.
It may have been. We wasn't there. Was you there? Were you there?
Nope.
Okay. So you don't know what people was boo-booing.
Any fucking way.
Weird.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. So do you guys eat raw meat?
I do.
Like sushi?
Mm-hmm.
Nope. I don't eat seafood.
You don't eat seafood?
I don't. Well, not that I don't eat it. I don't like it. Well, same
Like any
shit.
kind.
Yeah, Chris doesn't eat. I used to
I'm like a
love-
real serious
Picky eater.
picky eater.
And you would think
So
that
you like a chicken nuggets and fries, the same type of way type person. Like
Type
when you were a
of
kid,
person.
I feel like
beef,
you were like a
cheese.
give me hot dogs or chicken nuggets.
And I'll be fine.
Beef and cheese.
Like I don't eat a lot of condiments. I literally probably eat barbecue sauce. That's probably it. I think that's and steak sauce. That's like my only condiment.
So what is your process to venturing off and getting new food, like discovering new food,
I
or do you
think,
not?
Like what's the newest type of food I've had? Vegan food, I guess, or if it's not vegan, what's the other word I'm thinking
Vegetarian?
of? No,
Y'all, I'm listening, but Ray just dropped something on us that's heavy. She said it's a plague that killed 25 million people in Europe way back in the day, and it's the base of the childhood song, Ring Around the Rosie.
Yeah, pocket full of posies.
Ashes, ashes, they all fall down.
Mm-hmm.
They killing niggas out here.
wait, that ain't clicking my mind. Say it again.
Ring Around the Rosie is based upon the bubonic plague.
How?
Niggas was dying. I don't know what the fuck a Rosie is, but they was ringing around it. I don't even know what a posy is. Is a posy a Percocet?
No, I thought
But they
that.
taking Percocets in the medieval
I
times.
thought that like the posies is you put them in your pocket, or you. It was like because I felt like with the decaying flesh, it left a stench, and you will use that to help. You know.
Oh my God.
So you had a lot of.
So
posies.
you had like a posy in your pocket so you wouldn't smell like death.
Or when they would die, they would put it in there.
And then
I don't know.
ashes. They all
Maybe
just
let me-
falling.
Let me go ahead. I'm a fact check myself
Oh
because I
my
knew Chris was looking over here.
Because I'm
Like, he was-
confused.
He was looking over here.
I'm listening to both of y'all like, huh?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Vonnie keeps yelling at me not being close enough to the mic.
You can back up some. 'Cause you stay.
Vonnie, I'm really, really close right now. Oh my gosh.
I still don't get it though. Like I don't get how the song goes with dying.
You got to do that yourself on your free time, okay? Because it's time for your segment.
Okay. Now it's time for the topic. Okay, so I was in Michigan this past weekend, and an old friend of mine was invited to one of my best friends' birthday celebrations. So and we all used to be like, you know, like the crew, like we all used to be tight or whatever. But I'm starting to realize that you can really outgrow your friends.
So true.
And this nigga, like we haven't spoken in like I want to say a year and a half or so, and because he said something that I just didn't agree with, and yeah, like he just kept walking up to me, just talking to me and shit, and I just feel like you can really, like, I have no desire to be that man. Like he doesn't like elevate his life. He does the same shit. He doesn't like think of like the future. Like he doesn't, like, we're just on two different paths of life, and I just feel like that I'm starting to realize like that is okay. Like that is okay to feel like, I mean, shit. They used to be my nigga. Like they used to be one of my best friends, but now it's like, dude, I can't even be your friend anymore because it's like you don't have a purpose to be in my life anymore, and I've just not realized that being in Michigan this last weekend. So that's the topic, and the topic is, well, the question of the topic is, have you been in that situation where you feel like, oh no, we can't be friends no more because of whatever happened, or like, do y'all agree with like basically outgrowing your friends?
Yeah, I do. I feel like, real talk, I feel like we hold friends, we hold concepts, beliefs, whatever, hostage. Like we're supposed to keep them throughout our whole life instead of just merely experiencing them. Like you have people who are on different frequencies. I know with me, like there's like this I don't want to say a criteria like legit, but if you in my circle, if you in my camp, you have to have a certain level of ambition, direction, guidance, whatever.
Right.
Now there are some people who are playing the role, you know, for me to help them versus me reciprocity where I get something from them. You feel me? But some of those friends, they still supposed to be there, so maybe you could help them. You know, maybe not. But yeah, you outgrow some people. There's people who I haven't chopped it up with since high school, left that chapter in high school. And there's some people who I grew with through high school, undergrad, and everything, like, you know, Kelvin. You know, so it's, yeah, because if you hang on to that luggage, I don't want to say luggage, but if you head on to that, it's just going to weigh you down. And then you're going to feel guilty. Like, I need to stay here a little bit longer. I need to do this. I need to switch up my ambition, my, you know, how I'm moving. No, so free yourself, brother.
Yeah, I understand. I definitely understand that. I don't talk to anybody from high school. Like, only people that I talk to that I met that in that era is, like, the people that I met in the choir. Like, Nathan and Stephanie, Jimmy. That's about it. Other than that, like, I really don't keep in contact with anybody.
But you do be calling a lot of people your friends.
I do call a lot of people my friends. And I need to stop doing that. Because I think I use friends too loosely.
You do.
Because I say, because for me, a friend is just like, oh, that's my friend. Like, we converse, we are friends. But then some people to me are like more like family. Because I like it just invite them in like that. Because that's just how I was always raised. Like, they're like family to me. So like my friends are just like, oh, that's my friend's friends. But like if I really fucks with you, like my family. So I don't even think about it like that.
So like, do you like grandfather people into like, because they've been a part of your life for like 10 years, now I'm just going to keep you up and now you're going to be a family.
No, because I have a friend that I've known since my freshman year of college, and we converse almost every day. But it's also kind of like we don't converse on different things. Like I can still keep them as a friend in my friend group, but I know that I've outgrown them. Like so, certain topics we can't converse about because you're not on my same mind level because we experience different things. Like you were there freshman year, then you left, but then you came back. But not even just because we don't have like the same educational things. Like you're still doing things that we would have done freshman year. I'm not doing things I did in 2007.
Right.
That was a whole 13 years ago. If I'm still doing things I did in 2007, that means I have not grown. And they hit me one time with the "you changed, Kelvin. Like you're not the way you used to be." And I was like, "No, I'm not. And if I was, then that should be a problem." Like if I'm still doing the things and still talking about the same topics we talked about freshman year when we were 17, 18 years old, and nigga we 30s. What the fuck are we doing in our lives?
Because it's cool to like reminisce on shit like that, but if they're still acting as if like y'all niggas is 18, what?
Yeah,
because the person I'm talking about, like he just act like I don't know, like I just realized that like dog, it's just no point of me trying to feel like we boys still because we're not. And then like the reason why we fell out is you don't say shit like that if you were my boy. Like it just doesn't work like that. So,
and I also think sometimes it's rooted in jealousy, like because some people see that you are progressing and they are not, and then they want to try to remind you of who you used to be, and that's not cool. Like I would never throw in your face like who you used to be because I understand that there's a progression that should be happening in your life, and if you're not progressing, then what exactly are we even really doing in this life? Like, and it's not your fault that you're still where you're supposed to be. You just have to wake up and move around and get it together. Like my friend, he's talking about he working 2 jobs, but he's working 2 jobs, 3 jobs now, but he's working 3 jobs in Gary. Like you're working 3 jobs in Gary, Indiana.
Why? Is it cost to live? Is it cost of living there or something?
No, it's not. Not compared to here. But
Gary,
also
Indiana?
like I also believe that you have to what you put out there you will get back. So if you're negative, you think like this is all I'm going to be, this is all I'm going to do, this is just some people are just built like this is what some people's lives are going to be, then guess what? That is exactly what your life is going to be. You're not going to grow, you're not going to do anything that's going to be progressive, and that's a problem. So
and people I feel that people also interact with you based off of their last encounter with you, how they get used to you, because I would imagine that with your boy, it wasn't his intentions to offend you, but I'm assuming that at one point in time in your relationship or your friendship that y'all could talk like that or y'all could interact in a certain type of way to where it's like, oh, I'm just doing what we usually do. You feel me? Whereas now you have outgrown certain appetites and certain desires or conversations, but now it's like, dog, I'm not on that anymore. But he doesn't know. You feel me? So it can change. It can change, but people expect you to be at the same pace as them throughout life. Yeah. And I think that you have certain stages in life where we are all supposed to be on the same pace, like, okay, in grade school, in middle school, in high school. Then then when you get to undergrad or wherever, that's where you truly try to set the pace of your life. You feel me? And that's where we at different speeds. And people get mad at you for moving faster.
That's kind of like how Uniquely Speaking was.
And how did y'all, since y'all have been in like this situation, how did y'all like break off the friendship? Like what did
I've never broken off a friendship because I'm the type that I don't want to neglect someone when they may need me. Because sometimes I feel like that's also a cry out for help. Like if you have to attack my growth, then something's wrong with you. Because you're not growing at the pace that you feel like you should be growing. And then that's an issue that we may need to visit and we may actually need to talk about because I just can't see myself growing. But what I will do, I will talk to you and mess with you from a distance. Like, we won't be besties.
So y'all still friends?
With limitations. So I'm not going to talk to you about every single topic, but I'm going to check up on you, make sure you're still doing good because obviously you need somebody in your corner because you don't have anybody in your corner.
And I feel like, I guess we saying the same exact thing. I don't take away the access to the friendship. I take away the engagement in the friendship because I feel like every person is supposed to be a part of your life. Now, how long or the duration of that, it varies. But I feel that if I'm moving at a pace 7 and you moving at a pace 3, okay, it doesn't mean that you no longer should keep up. I mean that we should no longer be cool because there was something that connected us. You know, it just means that the capacity of our friendship is going to be different. It's going to have a different expectation, different conversation, whatever. And if you want to start to move at a pace 4, pace 5, pace 6, you have access to a pace 7. You feel me? To where I can help you out, you know, because I feel like that's another thing in this world that many of us get so focused on our own advancement that we forget to help with the advancement of others.
I don't know. I mean, I see what y'all saying, but like for me, if we not friends,
but some people
you don't have to.
There
be
are
friends
some
with people
to, because what Nathan was talking about, if we have that time in and we have that. Some people are grandfathered in, like, into, like, our friendships. Or grandfathered.
I was friends with Sean for 10 years.
I understand that. So, like, sometimes we hold on to the relationship because there's, quote-unquote, history there. Or, like, we have the time built in. But I also believe if a friendship is dead and is no longer valuable to you, cut it off and let it be. Like, because there's different levels of friendship all the time. Like, so...
And I would say it may not end up being a friendship. It may just end up being a resource or a mentorship. Like, whatever it is, because... I think in friendship, there's a sense of reciprocity, you know, like there is I give something, you give something, I take something, you take something. But if it's dead for me, then that means I'm no longer reaping anything. So that could be a mentorship. Okay, you help, I'm helping you out. You coming to me for a resource. Now I'm a resource, not a friend. You feel me? So we move differently then. So and
it's weird because me and Nathan, we talked about this the other day. Like me and Nathan don't talk every day.
We don't.
I have not seen Nathan physically. Since
2014.
Like 2014, like it's been like 5 years.
Yeah.
But as soon as we got in each other's presence, it's like we didn't miss a beat. Like nothing's changed. Like we're still.
Yeah, that's different because like clearly y'all are friends. But like the person I'm talking about, I hadn't seen that nigga in a year and a half or whatever, and it's like. Nigga used to act like we did 10 years ago when we were friends. But
that's to my point. Like you have to. When you have these friends, you have to, even though y'all not moving together, y'all still have to move at the same pace. So like y'all have to be, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Because like sometimes if you feel like your friends, if you've outgrown your friends, that is okay. Let them be, let it go, let it go.
So my question is for you then, Chris, is that if y'all been rocking heavy or if y'all been friends since 10 years ago, and last year or this weekend you end up drawing that conclusion, he's been the same for 10 years, but now you just ended up drawing that conclusion recently. So my question...
I draw the conclusion, before you ask the question,
okay,
I draw the conclusion last year when he said what he said.
Okay, last year,
and then we hadn't spoken since that incident, and then I saw him this past weekend, and I was just like, I see why we're not friends. Like, it hit me like, nigga, I see exactly why we're not friends. And then, like, that's when it hit me. Like when the first time he said it, and then when I saw this nigga in person, I was just like, I'm so glad we're not friends anymore. So
then it
cut it off.
Then it goes to like our own insight. I think sometimes because for 9 years, I feel like he was still moving and doing the same thing, but then there was something that allowed you to process it differently. Like, whoa, hold on, you know. So we have our own awakening stages too.
Yeah,
and it kind of it feels bad. Because,
no, it doesn't.
Well, for me, I always feel bad. You know, I feel bad about everything.
Yeah, I don't.
Chris knows. He yells at me all the time when I say I don't. Anyways, there's a whole.
I don't have a guilty conscience like that.
I have a super guilty conscience.
It's evident.
I don't. Chris gets so mad when I have empathy for people.
That you shouldn't even have empathy for.
Yeah, he yells at me about that, and most of the times he's right.
Is it Chris or another friend when it coming on to like Uber drivers and like Lyfts and stuff like
Chris.
that? Okay.
What?
You hate when I talk to the Uber driver?
Oh, I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
Like, it allowed me to understand a little bit more.
Yeah,
like,
and he wants to have full ass conversations.
Well,
with
I was in Uber with Nathan.
He did the same shit.
Yeah, there's nothing.
That shit not annoying?
No. I mean, we're both friendly people. You know, so
I can be I can be friendly, but I'm not 100% friendly. Like I'm only friendly if I'm like, you know, comfortable around the situation.
You can access your friendliness.
Yeah,
it's not always. It's
Uber,
not all the time.
But in Ubers, to the point where this nigga has. Oh, how's your day been? How long you been driving? Oh, that's nice. Where you from? What do you do for a living? Like, do you do Uber full time? You don't have to ask all these fucking questions.
Simple questions. I'm in a stranger's car.
But why can't we just go from point A to point B and that be it? Why can't we just do that?
We can.
Sometimes I do that. Now,
no, you don't. Anytime I've been in Uber with you, you've never done.
Now
that.
more so that I'm like working on my phone and stuff. Like I'll just be in my phone. Like, but then I also feel like I'm being rude.
How are you being rude?
Because I give off. I've noticed this. Every Uber driver, if I talk to them or not, they speak back to me because I have asked God to give me an energy and a light, and I see that people see that and they think that they can just talk to me. So now I feel like I'll be rude when I don't speak anything, because people automatically speak to me. Like, it's really weird.
I mean, yeah, as soon as you get in the car, someone's going to say hello.
No, like, even if I'm sitting in the car and, like, if I'm in Uber pool, if I'm the last person in the car, the driver will spark up a conversation with me. It's really weird.
No, but I think you like to carry the conversation.
I am
like,
a carrier.
He'll initiate it.
I'm a carrier.
I am a carrier.
Like, of course he'll say, hello, how are you doing? Kelvin, oh, okay. So how's your day been? How long have you been driving?
I am a carrier.
How long have you been
I love how
driving?
you went up to this different octave. So, how's your day?
Whatever.
So how long have you been driving? Oh,
So
that's
how
a
the
long
kid-
time.
how the kids?
Yeah, like you know the nigga. Like, what? Let's just go from point A to point B and let's just get there.
This is safe
Talk
space.
to y'all.
Kelvin.
Talk to
It's
y'all
okay.
Uber drivers, people.
There's no reason to talk to
Ray says she
anybody's-
talks to her Uber, and she says, I love talking to the Uber drivers. It makes
I
the
can't
ride
stand it.
faster for me, and I can assess better if they're going to kill me.
just like my Uber driver when we went to Lucky Day concert. This nigga, soon as hey Chris, so how you doing? Oh, I'm fine. I just feel like if my headphones are in, don't talk to me. And then like if I'm just in my phone, like you could clearly see that I'm not trying to be bothered. And then this nigga was like, oh, so is it up here to the right? What's the address? Nigga, I put it in the phone. Just follow the GPS. Why are you asking me all these questions that
Like,
you know
I
the
ain't-
answer to?
I ain't been here before.
Yeah, and then I was like, I've never been here before. Just follow the GPS. I don't know. That shit's annoying.
Maybe it must be our Midwest.
I-
you know.
Well, you know, Chris is from out here, so
yeah,
he's
that's
from
what I
Los
said. So
Angeles.
he's from here.
I'm from
so
Los
he has
Angeles.
his
So
West
it's
Coast.
different.
How am I not from Los Angeles? I really don't get how I'm not from Los Angeles.
He's not.
So just because I went to high school
And
in
you
Michigan.
were, and you were
So-
raised
so-
there.
So it was just from 9th to 12th.
Okay, it was from the age of 11 until
Okay,
hold
I
on,
feel
no,
like
hold
more-
on, wait.
Now we got to fact check.
wait.
I feel like it's going
From
lower
the
and lower.
age of 11
It was just when I was born.
to 18, that's when I was in Michigan.
Okay, 7
Went to
years.
Kentucky State University. Soon as I graduated, came right back home.
So from 0 to 11, you were here,
Yeah, I was here. Yes,
and then from
in Los
11
Angeles. Then from 11 to 18, Baldwin Hills. Okay, and then I moved to Mid City area on Sierra Bonita. Then went to Michigan when I was 11. Went to middle school and high school. Then went to college. Came immediately back here. Then I go back to Michigan. Came right back
Okay,
here.
that's it. I mean,
How am
like
I
said-
not from
his
here?
developmental years
yes, 0
were
to 11.
spent. No,
However, when it comes down to understanding instilling
Life.
cultural values
Mhm.
and understanding how you move in perspective, that worldview can be developed at a young age between 0 and 11.
no,
Sure
no, no,
can.
no, no.
Not saying that you can't learn from 12 to 18 because that there's a different growth.
Chris,
11.
middle school and high school.
11.
Chris lost his virginity in Southfield.
I don't know.
And-
He
I don't
kissed his
know.
first girl in Southfield.
And
He got in his first fight in Southfield.
never got to a fight before.
Exactly. He got bullied for the first time.
I would never catch the bus in LA.
Exactly.
Never get. I'll catch the bus in Michigan. I would never like catch
Exactly.
some. I wouldn't catch a bus in
Dieter
in
said
Michigan.
Chris left to Michigan and his doppelganger came back. I believe it. You're a clone.
What does that mean?
You're a clone.
Like a visual twin.
What was even the question at hand? Outgrowing friends. Okay.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Keep, Keep, since you're
where
here.
are we at on this?
Keep, since you're here. What's your thing about outgrowing? Like, do you think it's okay or fine or whatever to basically outgrow friends?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Or have you been in that situation too?
Yeah, I've outgrown a lot of friends, and I just recognize that I outgrown them. I don't separate myself as far as like saying we're not friends no more. I just know it's obvious that it's happened. Like, I look at everything like a deck of cards. There's only 4 aces in the deck. Then there's 4 kings. There's 4 twos, so on and so forth. So just let the 2s be the 2s and the 3s be the 3s and the 4s be the 4s. You don't judge it for that. Just like this is the weight of our relationship now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I can't spend a day with you, but I can probably spend an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it
But
changes to that.
So okay, if y'all are saying that like the friendship isn't totally cut off, but it's what's the word y'all said? Like if it's not,
I said
but it's
access to a
access.
friendship.
So
Or access to a.
so why leave the access there though?
Because go ahead, yeah.
I'm about to say I feel like sometimes we feel that because we are no longer the same how we used to be because change happened, that there has to be an elimination. And I feel like it's just you move differently. Like you were alluding to, like the deck of cards. There's an ace, there's a 2, there's a king, there's a queen. However, depending on what game we playing, we're gonna use them differently.
Absolutely.
If we playing spades, if we playing tongue, if we playing,
Man, hold on
you know,
to those
slapjack,
kings,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
no, yeah.
It's poker.
We use it differently. It doesn't mean that okay, we're not using it at all. We just adjust. You feel me? So I think because we operate in the season, let's say for 10 years, where he was my best friend or she was your best friend or lover or whatever, maybe they aren't in that best friend role right now. Maybe they could be that mentee, or they could be that, hey, what's up? You know, let me just check on them. Let me just hold them accountable. Because everyone is brought into our lives to serve a different purpose. And the season or the chapter of that purpose varies. But it doesn't mean that they're supposed to be in your life all the time.
I think we also owe people certain relationships too. Like if somebody helped you develop into who you are today, just because you've changed, that doesn't mean that, you know, you cut everybody off and you go into a new realm. Like I think they still have purpose. Like I have friends that they don't really do anything for me as far as like, you know, like motivationally, but they always remind me of where I came from. Yeah. So I'm like, damn, bro, I used to okay, you got like 3 felonies and shit. Okay, you still robbing. That's what's up, man. For sure, man. Like I'm not gonna invite you to the studio, but you know what I'm saying? But it just reminds me like, damn, like that's who I am. That's where I come from. That's who I used to hang out with. So I think it also has a level of keeping you grounded too. You know what I'm saying? Which is important because when we get into this new person, it's easy to forget where you came from. Like you. You forgot where you came from, LA. That's why you scared to walk around Compton, or you would never get on the bus. Boom. It's because of you've been so far detached from it. You've kind of just it's not me anymore. So that's why you don't get the tag. You know what I'm saying?
and you never know who going into what you said, you never know whose light you could be. You know, like to help them out of whatever position it is. You feel me? Like with your friends who got like a few felonies or whatever. You never know after just seeing them still having access to you, and you still just holding them accountable, saying what's up, how that could play a role in motivating them to do a little bit better, or questioning, hey, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. You know, so if you cut it all off, they have no access to something that models a different perspective. You feel me?
That should cut off for me.
Cut it off.
You know,
like,
and the thing is that if someone saw that with you, let's say you had a relationship and someone you at pace 7 and somebody at pace 14, they like, Chris ain't caught up to me, I'm gonna cut him off. Like that,
if that's how they feel,
look.
But my thing is,
it sounds good. It sounds good.
But every day I wake up and wonder if Chris is gonna be my friend.
Now I understand.
This never changes.
You know,
every day I wonder, am I gonna have a roommate next month? Because
what fuck nigga shit have I done to where I would
nothing towards me, but to everybody else. I'm like, how solid is mine and Chris' relationship? We've been friends for 9 years, going on 9 years, almost 9 years,
going on
8 years.
It will be 10 next year.
10 next year. We've been friends for a long time.
10. He was talking about a friend for 10 years.
I know. I wake up
Were
every
you that
day.
friend?
I wake up every day. Do I need to find new living?
You know,
because Chris,
because you know he doesn't have a guilty conscience.
He's gonna text me. He's gonna text me. Hey, can you talk? Like, shit. Here we go. All right, let me start looking.
Bags
now.
already packed.
Get my little brother.
But okay, so like if I'm on page 7 and another friend of mine is on 14 or whatever, I would feel like if you feel like I'm not caught up to you or whatever, okay, that's fine. I wouldn't give a fuck. But then I also feel like it's a lot of people who's not on. If we're all on page 20 and the people that want to be on our page, if they haven't caught up, that's on them. I don't feel like I'm a page 7 nigga.
And
so
okay, turn the page. We're in a new chapter.
I feel like I turn the next chapter daily.
We're in a whole nother encyclopedia. You still on Encyclopedia 1. We on book 75. You have to catch up, and I understand that. But in that whole like analogy, there's a lot of books in this encyclopedia. So my friends may still be on book 3, and I may be on 75, but that does not mean that they were not important to my life. So I understand like how you feel like you want to keep them, but like if you got to cut somebody off, snip, snip, ho.
I just don't think you should penalize somebody for the catch up. Like I feel like we all go through different paces in life. Like we learn life's lessons at different stages of our life. You know, there was something that, let's say with a romantic relationship that allowed us to think differently. There's something in a familial relationship that allowed us to think differently. Something. But if you get all of your life lessons on page 7, that accelerates you to page 20, page 102. But let's say I learned about my life lesson regarding romance on page 30, and then on page 40 I learned this. Like, you can't penalize me for my catch up.
But I don't think it's the penalization of your catch up. I think it's the penalization of you not being able to accept the catch up.
Oh,
Because
I can
some
respect that.
people-
I can respect that.
I'm not saying like we all go through different life experiences. I did not go through everything you went through. You did not go everything I went through. But at
the same time.
At the same time, but at some point we were able to meet up and have a understanding
Respect.
of where we are.
Respect.
And I think some people don't have an understanding of where we are. Like even in this, I can't move how I used to move a year ago.
Yeah.
And I'm not even nobody. But I understand there's some places and some things I used to do I can't do now.
Yeah.
Because I know as soon as I do it, it's going to affect my career later or affect, aren't you? Then what? There's things
That's
I
real.
can't do. So if my friends don't understand that, then they have to be cut off. Like I know I would never take Chris to the club and get him drunk. Because Chris is famous.
I think you would know not to invite me to.
Any club, I wouldn't take you to West Hollywood, Chris.
Yeah.
I know it's Pride Month, but I know you're not that deep into being an ally. We're not about to have you out there.
You want to go to Pride?
Would I go?
Yeah.
No.
Chris-
I don't see.
Chris
I
is
don't
not that
think I
advanced
would.
yet. He's not that advanced in the alliedness yet.
That. What do you mean?
But you can find a lot of bad bitches at Pride.
I'm saying.
I'm saying I would like.
You find a lot of bad
Like
bitches at
if
Pride.
Kelvin just was like, "Hey, you want to go to Pride?" I wouldn't. Yeah, sure. I just,
Yeah, actually have a shirt I've been waiting to wear.
yeah, like I don't think I would just be willingly to go. So yeah, I don't know.
Jackie has a question for you. She said, Chris, would you really forget about us that easy? Are
Why
Oh
you
my
reading it like that?
are we even friends?
She said, I'm on page 14.
And she said, "Come on." I'm sorry, Jackie. You're still on page 2. And then Jackie also said, "Come on, Chris. Let's go to Pride. She's down to go. It's fun.
Totally okay.
You gotta go to Pride LA.
No, I'm okay.
We're taking a
Why
Pride
do I need to
trip.
go?
I went on accident.
You want an accident? You just walking. It's like,
No. So I went to Pride on accident. I had no idea what it was.
uh-huh.
You know, so it was like, okay, I'm like, where I used to do like work events, and it was like, hey, work this parade. I'm like, cool, I'll work a parade. That's cool. And they gave us these shirts that had like the new normal on it. I had no idea what it was. It was like, oh, for CBS, we're doing something for CBS. I'm like, cool, CBS out here. I'm about to represent CBS.
Uh-huh.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, they definitely had me with some shit that I probably wouldn't have had on. You know, like I had like this tight ass tank top that was purple with the new normal, with like a bright ass purple hat, with the new normal on it, and it didn't say CBS on it.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
You're just confused.
yeah, it
all
was,
around.
but however, I did after that experience, I realized how many women were out there, and I thought this as a straight man I would be uncomfortable, but it was so many women out there that it's like you can't even like I don't know.
But
It
also
depends
the
on what
thing
you're fucking
is,
But aren't they lesbians?
no,
with. No, hell no.
they're not. But this is also the
Jackie
thing.
not lesbian. She probably go.
This is
all
also the
time.
thing.
Oh.
When you go out to a club, I think, like in straight maleness, like when you say, "Oh, I'm going to the gay club," you think guys are automatically going to hit on you.
Mhm.
But it's the same like when you go to a straight club, the girls don't automatically hit on you. You don't hit on the girls. Niggas usually just be like, they're just chilling, like at a regular club. Nobody's really gonna bother you unless you like really like putting yourself out there to be bothered.
I used to frequent the lesbian club. That was Hollywood.
They
All
have a
the
lesbian
time.
club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they had a gay club, you don't think they would have a lesbian club?
I just wouldn't think that there would be a lesbian club.
But why? Why wouldn't you?
No, I
think?
don't. That just didn't process in my mind. Like I don't know. Like of course I've
Nah.
heard of a gay club, but I
They don't
didn't
want- they
think
won't
it
have a
would be
drink
a.
too?
Right. That's what I'm
Oh, you,
saying.
oh, you just thought we all party together.
I just thought the gay club meant
Everybody, like everybody in the LGBT.
That's just what I thought. That's
no,
what it
no,
meant.
no. So there's a gay club for guys and there's a gay club for
I
ladies.
had no idea.
Right.
We
Yeah.
usually don't party together,
Nah,
like,
it-
unless it's like Pride.
No, it's yeah. I used to frequent all the time.
How's a lesbian club? Like how's that?
You know, I didn't even know. My cousin, he shoots film, and he got hired to shoot at one. So he was like, "Yo, this is where it's at." So that's when, you know. I mean, I don't. Y'all know my story.
It's
I-
like
yeah.
normal. Like it's really weird when you go in and you see it. The first time it's like a culture shock. Like, hold on, that's a nigga dancing on another nigga, but then, or that's a bitch dancing on another bitch. But then after a while, it becomes normalized. You're like, oh, this my shit, this my song, and then you in your little zone. Nobody's like really messing with you. It's really interesting.
I would take my girl all the time. We went all the time. We actually felt like way more comfortable at the lesbian club than we did at a regular club. Believe it or not.
Because they
I
don't
I
bother
can't
you.
tell you why, but yeah, that was.
Well, I wouldn't think they were about to keep it a lesbian club.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
At a lesbian club?
Everybody's not lesbian, and
Yeah.
a lot of women are bisexual.
And just
You're
like
right.
And
gay
that's
people go
why I
to
go.
straight clubs,
Yeah.
Duh.
I've gotten niggas at straight clubs,
Okay, we don't even got.
but
to
that's a
talk
whole
about
nother
this.
story.
That was it for the topic.
Take us out.
Segue.
Oh, that's the wrong one. I just want All right. Did you guys, did you guys want to do this question today, or do you want to go straight to uniquely speaking? We have 10 minutes left.
I think the flow of the show is question of the day, then uniquely speaking.
Okay, I just want to ask a question.
You are an a-hole, bro.
I'm just saying. I think the flow of the show is the topic. I think it's bitch you better read. I actually catch up with a week. Bitch you better read. The topic. Question of the day. If I told you that, then uniquely speaking. And then it's where we're now, right?
And then he says, right? Like, I mean,
isn't that the flow of the show?
It is. I just had a question. That's all.
Well, I answered it. So,
okay.
Question of the day, please.
The question of the day: what secrets do you keep from your significant other, but share with your best friend?
I don't think I've ever. I don't think you should keep. That should be your other best friend. Like I don't. Yeah. I've never kept a secret from my significant other.
I agree.
See, my significant other has been my best friend, but I also won't tell them everything.
Why?
Because there's
everything
like
what? Like give me an example.
There's some things that you just don't need to share with your significant other.
Give
that
me an
I
example.
would share like with Nathan.
Give me an example.
Like if somebody at work was cute or somebody hit on me or something like
that's
that, I wouldn't
totally
talk about
different.
that. No, that's a secret. That is a secret.
You did say secret.
That's
right.
a secret. Or if there's like issues that I know that I'm going through that I don't want to bring on them, that I feel like my best friend may have a better understanding of.
That's real.
I will talk about that with them because, like, I feel like we all.
But
relate
that you should be able to talk about.
Yeah,
other with.
You should. But then there's also some other things that you don't want to expose them to too early, or like if Nathan knows the situation already, I don't want to have to re-explain it.
Mm.
So, like, if you know the situation already, I don't want to have to re-explain it. Or then, if it does. If I know that it may cause an argument later, because I may have left something out, because we all leave out stuff when we talk to Bay. We all leave out little stuff.
I don't.
I do. There's some things you may skip over, like a half a fact. You may skip over a half a fact.
I don't think I have.
Look, y'all not gonna try to play me on the radio station.
You must be a liar.
I'm not a liar. I'm not a good fact checker, but I'm not a liar. There's some things that there's some things that I may leave out just so, because if I know Bay and I know they're gonna get mad about a certain thing, I may leave out that little bit of piece. Not like I'm not a whole.
So don't even
not
tell
like
her
a whole lot, like saying I was somewhere while I wasn't, or like saying I was with somebody that I wasn't with. But like some things that I know like maybe triggers for them, I may leave that part out.
I just look at it differently. Like I do understand like certain things. Because, like, let's say we were together and we were talking, oh, this person is attractive, this person isn't. I think depending on the space or the conversation, you know, that our partners are talking about, then that's where it's like, okay, then that's what it may be cool to say this or it may not be cool to say that versus with a friend. I do feel that with a significant other or a partner, whoever, that you are supposed to be able to talk to them about anything, despite the triggers or the knowledge of the triggers. Because you have both signed up to deal with and work through triggers. You feel me? But yeah, so secrets ain't cool for me.
Keith, you actually in a relationship, so
okay. Well, if you cheating, that's the first thing you're gonna keep from your significant other. Let's just start
that's
there.
The secret.
Yeah, that's the secret that you may only share with your best friend. That's also starting at the total end of the the spectrum. But I mean, I think there's a lot of stuff. I mean, probably how many times you use the bathroom or I don't know.
Of course, little white shit like that.
You know what? And I'll tell you what. I have lied about like not eating or eating. Or I've kept things like I'm like cool. Like this is, if she listening, it is what it is. But like I have gotten something to eat before I got home just so I didn't have to have.
I've done that before.
The situation of what we want to eat when I get home, because I know that's because it's a thing. It is a thing. Like regardless of how when you're in a relationship, what to eat is a fucking thing. And I don't know why it is.
I know my nigga gonna break up with me because I never know what the fuck I want to eat.
See what I'm saying? So what I would do is just eat before. You know what I'm saying? Before I get there, and I would keep that from her for sure.
But is that considered a secret?
That is a secret.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel
it's like a hierarchy of secrets though. Because like with your partner is different. Like so I don't know. Like let's say with my partner or your partner, it will be different. Saying like I can sit here and say, okay, now I'm not gonna eat this or whatever whoop-de-whoop, but with yours, you may have to keep it. You know?
Okay, well, what about money? Like, would you keep like the amount of money you
Yes.
been making or something like that?
No, I
Yes.
wouldn't.
That,
Like-
or do you let them completely into your finances?
They don't need to know what I make.
I agree. Well,
So that's something you would keep from
okay,
your partner then.
but if like let's just I'm not the one to just be like, hey, I make this amount of money.
I know
like,
what you
yeah.
make.
But if she just happens to ask and
Yeah.
like and we are together, like that's my girlfriend, I wouldn't mind
And
telling
she
her.
be like, okay, and how much you got in your savings?
If she wanted to know,
If she
No.
asks, it's because she want to know.
No.
yeah, I'll tell her. I mean, that don't mean I'm gonna give you anything.
I
that don't
just
mean I'm
said
about to give you my routing
She want to
number.
know. She want to know.
Yeah, that she can know.
I think that's cool.
Your social?
No, she don't need to know my
Why
social.
not?
Why she need to know my social?
Because why you keeping stuff
No,
from her?
knowing my social versus how much is in my savings account. That's two totally different things.
Okay, I'm just seeing how far it goes.
So let's say it wasn't a girlfriend, it was a wife. Everything is off the
Oh,
limit.
my wife, she can know whatever. If she want to know my social, that's fine.
So you feel the
I
same
don't
way?
know.
Well, I mean, I think see, the only reason why my wife would know my social because a whole lot of shit I won't do, like insurance. And
Yeah.
So because of that, she don't know it.
But because I know my mom's social.
Yeah, I know mine too.
So, like, I feel like, but also, do y'all agree with having like joint bank accounts? Would y'all do a joint
If
bank
we're
account?
married,
would.
yes.
I would. That wouldn't be the only bank account,
Yeah.
but we
Yeah.
would have a joint bank account.
And then will you disclose how much is in your personal bank account if you guys have a joint bank account?
No,
If she wanted to know,
just know that we.
if we're
That's all
married,
needs
if
to
she,
know.
Yeah,
if she want to
I'm
know,
open to talking about it. I wouldn't be
Because
like, hey, I have 377,000. So I wouldn't just like say how much I had.
Because
just
I
on GP.
thought about that because, you know, my wedding date 10/10/2020 is steadily approaching. So I was thinking about,
Respect.
let's keep thinking about like the joint things. Like, so I would have a joint bank account, but I think in my prenup, it would be like we would split what's in the joint bank account, and you would not have half of my personal assets. Like we will have those joint assets together in the personal.
so
bank
you are
account.
getting a prenup.
But it's-
I am
don't
getting
even-
a
That's a
prenup.
unique conversation right there. I don't even
How
know.
do you think they're going to take that?
I think that they
You-
will take
we
it
must be the
good
same way.
because I was like, if you need your keys, I don't know where you're going. You're going outside.
I'm not leaving.
Oh, okay. Oh, welcome back. So I just I don't know. Yeah, I want a prenup.
How are you
Because-
going to tell them that?
Babe, have you thought about getting a prenup? Let's have a prenup.
But-
not saying like I know this is gonna go bad, but if anything was to happen, we just need to protect ourselves. Not just protect me, but also protect you.
He's already going to think that you think that something's
Yes.
bad.
No, because I think that's where a lot of couples mess up. You need to have a good exit plan, regardless of how the things go. Like going into any relationship, you know that it could end at any moment, and if the relationship ends, I need to protect myself when it ends. So a prenup is something that I will always want to know.
So to sit here and say, I do forever and ever through sickness and in health, but let me prepare for an exit plan.
No,
That is a contradiction.
through sickness, through for health, for richer, for poor, and your ass is gonna be poor if my ass is gonna be poor if we don't have this prenup when we break up.
But you're
so I need to know what is going on. No, and I think that sometimes people think that it's like automatic death, like it's the end of
But
relationship.
no.
No, it's
But-
not an end of relationship. We have to make sure that if anything was happening, just like a living will or anything like that, I need to know what's gonna happen.
And I respect that. I guess we just have different perspectives on marriage. I think that when you go into marriage, you are basically saying, I volunteer for the work, for the sacrifice, for the investment that it takes to keep this, you know, not only surviving but thriving, you know. And I think once we sit here say a prenup or this or that, it says maybe this relationship may not be thriving, maybe it could end up going to where we just survive, and maybe I will end up being unhappy. Well, then if you having that thought at the start before you say I do, then maybe y'all shouldn't be together.
I don't think about it like that. I think when I get married, my parents have been together for 25 years. I've also seen my mom and my dad get divorced. So I've seen both sides of it. I've seen how a loving relationship can last and last and last, and also seen how things could go sour, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that my mom and dad thought that it was going to end. Things just happened. But I also know that my mom and my stepdad, they don't think things are going to end, and I don't think they will end. But I'm pretty sure that my mom probably has some type of writing or something in place that's going to protect her just in case. Because I know I would. Because I never think about relationships ending. Like even when I start dating somebody, I don't see red flags. We don't see these things. And like even like when we get married, you don't see
should
those
see
things.
red flags.
You should.
maybe.
But sometimes we just had this conversation too. This is crazy. Everything. We were talking about. I was saying about how sometimes we are so blinded in love that we don't see the signs, and that's why we sometimes need our friends to vet them out.
No.
Because sometimes our friends are the ones that can see things that we don't.
I think that's bullshit.
Because they're more objective. Some
Chris,
friends.
Do you want to do this right now?
We can. I think that is
Because
bullshit.
what have I told you about the last relationship?
You told me it was fraudulent, basically.
I told you I did not like her from the beginning.
Right.
I said something's off.
And what happened?
Something was off.
I had to figure that out.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
But I'm
Sometimes
saying,
we're so
like, I
blinded with
figured
love
it
that our
out.
friends.
But look, I did figure it out
You
because
did.
I was telling you, I would tell you the same shit, and then I would still stay in it just because I wanted to stay in it,
For yourself.
thinking
Yeah,
that
yeah, you
thinking
never
that
know.
it would get different. This is the person we didn't have sex at the time.
Oh, y'all should have been broke. See, that's the problem. That's why.
'Cause we wasn't having
supposed
sex?
to have sex first.
What?
Keith, I believe in the test drive.
Don't worry about
I believe in the test
we
drive.
not
go-
buy
we
a car
go-
without test driving.
we-
it.
I believe in the
We're
test
going very
drive.
differently, man. We're very differently.
I
very differently.
believe in a test.
So you
Right.
supposed to
You
have
can- you
sex
can-
on the first date?
I'm
Not the
just saying,
first
I
date.
feel like you could teach somebody what you need in the bedroom.
You can.
I feel like
you
y'all can
Yeah,
work
but you gotta
together
see
and you
how
can.
many, it's where you start at. You gotta see how it drives.
You
You
can-
want to see how the engine is.
But you can
Warm it
can.
up a little bit.
You know what I'm saying?
If
gotta-
you
gotta
if you're
turn
trying to
it
see
on.
if you're
You
trying to
gotta
see
Does
how
the
many
AC
if you're
work?
trying to see how many people didn't test ran the car, then that's in conversation.
Oh yeah, no, that's no,
problem.
because you need to check the mileage on that
That ain't
thing.
no problem.
We need to check
That's-
that. We
no,
also
no,
need
no,
to- we need
no,
to
no,
see-
no, no problem.
but
we
what
need
I'm
to
but what I'm
see-
We 30.
we need to
But-
see if the engine is running right. We need to see if the car got
High
enough
turn.
coolant in it. Is the
Can I whip
acceleration?
this thing?
What's the brakes on it?
hold on. What'd
No.
you say?
Like how it turn? Like you want to see how the steering wheel. You want to see how it turn. You
Do
want
we
to
need
see
a little oil?
But
you wanna
this
see the
the thing.
flexibility. You
But
want to see
like
the
I said,
potential.
you could do stretches to see the flexibility.
No,
you
you
can
can't.
you can
But
do.
Yeah,
That's
you
what I'm saying, like,
but what
all
kind
of-
of stretch you gonna do? You gonna say,
the
oh,
song,
let's go and do some
the
stretches?
songwriter says, but I bet you can't do it on the dick.
That's what. But
That's
look,
what
you
the
can't.
songwriter said.
Don't. Me and Kelvin born on the same day.
Same
so
day.
It don't.
Exact
You
same
probably
day.
had the same philosophy.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
respect. I mean, I'm saying respect. I just feel like nobody is gonna come with. I mean, and I think we all agree this. Nobody's gonna come with the full package. And I feel like we end up having this criteria where we like, you have this, you have this, you have this, you don't have that, you don't have that. Ooh, let me give you a test run to see if you can have that. And where it could get blinded is like, okay, this person's personality is sour, but yet she flexible, she can do a mean turn with all these different things to where now she is my liking of her is a little bit more misguided because of a priority of certain thing. You feel me?
No,
that's
because
true. You're right about
Go ahead.
that.
because I believe sex is
Because-
important in a relationship, but it's not the end all be all. But it is
No,
But
important.
it's a third.
the
It's a
way you
third.
be acting, the way
It's a
Kelvin be
third.
acting is like that shit is. It's either we gonna have it or we
Because-
can't.
because that can
I
keep
am
you in a situation.
Scorpitarius.
That can keep you
Right.
in a
I'm a
situation longer than
Scorpitarius,
you need to.
and we have a high sex drive. So if I'm not sexually attracted to you, unfortunately, it's
different
not
priority.
going to work.
Absolutely.
But I'm saying,
Period.
and that can keep you in a situation that you need to be out of.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
But
like,
then that Sagittarius side comes in, and then my emotions get into
Kelvin,
play.
you are a fucking Scorpio.
Me and
you
Keith-
are not. You
me
are
and
not two
Keith
different
are
signs.
Scorpitarians.
No, y'all are not.
or
Yes, we are.
Scorpitarius is whatever.
We
yeah.
have split
What is your
personalities.
primary sign?
We don't
Scorpio.
have one. We're
Is it
right there on the
Scorpio?
I'm
cusp.
tell you, look.
But
We're
is
on
it
the
a Scorpio?
cusp.
When
No.
we were born on that year when the book was released on that for that version, we were Scorpio. But today's version is a Sagittarius because
So y'all are Sags.
No, we are Scorpitariuses.
I
What?
would-
How did it change from back then to now though?
Look, I don't make this shit up. I don't know how we got a whole nother.
It shifts. It shifts.
It's another zodiac sign.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know what it is,
Yeah,
but they
it's
added it
Snoop.
and they took away it and they put
Snoop?
it back and they kept one of them.
If you was born after like 99 or something
Yeah,
like
it's
that,
like something else.
it was
Like
crazy.
they because you know the moons and stuff they shift. But this is why I appreciate you here, Keith,
Yeah,
because they
man.
be trying to play me.
Yeah, man.
See,
This
you
is the first time
understand.
that you're right
You
about whatever you're trying to be
understand.
right about.
because I
we don't even know if he's
because
right.
We don't even know. We don't even know what the argument is. though. We don't even know what
That's
the
we
argument he's
just
trying
let
to
it
make.
happen, you know.
I don't
Okay.
even know
What
right
is-
now.
what's
I
the argument
forgot.
you even trying to
Because
make?
I'm trying to say like
Sex is
I think
important.
sex is important, but I
Very.
also understand that the mental connection is there too. Because if you can have a conversation with me, that can get you further than being sexy.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna take you down if you can stimulate me mentally,
right.
because that's what I need too. But I also need to once I take you down, I need the sex to be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a balance.
It's just
There's a
like
balance.
you can get a car with a moonroof, or you can put one in, which is way more expensive. So it may be way more work to try to get that situation.
Say that, Keith.
So I'm just saying.
Sex
Are you
is
willing to
teachable.
put the
I'm
work
probably
in?
wrong,
That's what
but
I'm saying. You willing to put in the work.
it's a 40% chance I'm right. So I'll take it.
So okay, wait. So you would rather have a BMW that comes with everything you ask for, versus you'd rather have a BMW that doesn't come with everything you ask for versus a 1995 something that comes with everything you ask for. You don't really have to teach it much. I mean, you ask for it, but the BMW doesn't have everything you ask for. The 1995 Honda is going to be cheaper.
Have you ever driven a BMW though?
I have. My sister used to have
Okay,
one.
To get in a car is an experience. That's an extension of your home. Just like your partner is an extension of you. So you want to have the best situation for that. You only got, one life or whatever maybe. We don't know how it goes, but the fact of the matter is I would much rather get in a BMW than a Honda. Period. Now, will it cost more on gas? Yes. It's more maintenance? Yes. But I also understand that going into it. And to me, it's already worth it.
But the Honda has it has a sunroof, it has AC, it has everything that you asked for. This BMW doesn't have a sunroof.
That's not a BMW then. I wouldn't get an old BMW.
No, if it's a new BMW,
I'm not getting a BMW without a sunroof.
Why not?
I wouldn't get a car without a sunroof. That's just something.
But my point is that the BMW doesn't have everything that you want, but this Honda does. Why would you not just take the Honda? Because everything that
there's no way that the BMW has something that. There's no way the Honda has everything the BMW has.
But my point is the BMW is somebody who has great sex. The Honda is something that's teachable. Sex is teachable.
You can't teach heated seats, bro. That only comes.
Yes, you can.
That's not coming.
Can't you get heated seats put in if you wanted them?
No.
If you wanted them?
It's connected to the dashboard. It's a computer. Some cars don't get Sirius XM.
We've seen Pimp My Ride. You could do anything to a car.
Okay. Now
you could literally do anything to a car.
Now, the fact of the matter, do you see how much work has to be done to even do that? So you end up paying the same amount. Versus just starting off that way.
But if you like this person, which is the 1995 Honda, you like them a lot. The BMW, I mean, they cool, but you don't really like them a lot. They just can fuck good. But I'd rather have a person I really like.
Yeah, but I wouldn't get a BMW that I didn't like, though. That's what I'm saying at the same time. Just like I wouldn't get a 99 Honda I didn't like. I still have to like the person. I'm just saying that that to me, I always say sex is 1/3 of a relationship.
Mm-hmm. I think it's 2/3 for some people.
Kelvin.
It could be true.
No, it's not 2/3 for me.
It's 1/3 for me. It's 33%.
It's like 75 for you. At least 80, 90.
No,
you be acting like sex is
like
just
64.
you have to be.
Y'all don't
able
understand
to,
Kelvin.
64.
Kelvin just leads with that 30%. That's it. Because everybody has a different sense of attraction, and most of the time, for most people, it's physically first.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what you say; it's physically first.
I agree.
So, and for how we see it, physical is sex to me. So it's like that's the first situation. If I don't feel like I already want to have sex with you, most likely we're not gonna get to that second and 3 out of 3. Now it's possible, but I'm just saying the probability is a lot lower.
Thank you, Keith. If I'm not attracted to you, first off, then the rest is gonna fall by the wayside.
Well, duh. I mean, I ain't about to date no duck.
Yeah.
So
because
just like you're not finna get
that's
that
what
Honda.
gets me. That's what gets me.
but I have a Honda.
That's what gets me.
I used to have a
new
Camaro.
Honda, though.
I used to have a Camaro. Camaro looked a lot better than a Honda.
Yeah, but then you had to see what was on the inside and what was really good. So what's for me, like, attraction is going to be first. I have to be attracted to you. Then once I can honestly peel back the layers of your mind, then that's what's going to keep me. But I know it sounds backwards.
No, you're good. I feel like people just lump attraction into sexual attraction. I feel like there's physical attraction and there's sexual attraction.
Oh, wow.
And I feel
conversations make me happy.
I feel like it'd be different.
There's a difference between sexy, pretty. I will say that, and like there's some people who's like they're not necessarily pretty, but they sex appeals. Like, and to me, sex appeal will be like a pretty face any day because sex appeal is what attracts me more than anything. So I mean, maybe because I was born in November.
On the greatest day. On the greatest day ever.
Questionable.
November 22nd.
Questionable.
1988. The greatest day ever. Man. Two legends.
Chris,
Two legends.
I did not see us bonding at all, but I feel like we have now
Thank
joined. We have now joined.
How did God create two legends on one day?
Okay. All right.
Oh, he was working overtime.
Okay.
This is the first time. This is the first time of how long have we been up today? Since like I'm just gonna say 7, and the first time of 5 hours that you've been somewhat right about something, or whatever you even think that you're right about. Like
what is he? But thank you. What is he right about?
I don't know.
Like, I don't even know what he's right about.
I don't even know.
Like, so we can.
I don't even know what credit to give him right now. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, you do have Keith here to back up whatever you're right about today.
Yes.
But since 7 a.m., I mean. It's 12:09 now.
It's 12:09. Y'all want to wrap this thing up? Where is y'all now?
I'm good. That's where I'm at. I'm good.
Where are you now, Nathan? How are you feeling?
I'm smooth. I'm feeling good too.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know this wrap up.
Exactly, because Chris messed it up. It's usually what's your outlook for how you ending this week, and what's your outlook for the next week?
Okay. Outlook how I'm ending this week. Continue to be present. Enjoying life's lessons as it comes, and just being open for next week. Just making sure I'm open.
Keith,
I'm sitting in a lot of anticipation and like great anxiety, like not the bad anxiety, but I'm just in a sense of excitement. And I don't know what it is, but I just keep on saying I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah,
man.
man.
I really am just happy to be here.
Yeah.
This moment, like, man, that's all we got. So I'm just happy to be here. Man.
I'm doing the same. I'm learning to live in the moment and smell the roses while they're here, and not remember the gardens later. That's what I'm doing. Make sure y'all come out 2 weeks from now, June the 2nd. We are having a live taping and a barbecue. So if you want to get some free food, Eric's providing food, so come early.
Who's cooking though?
I don't know. Nobody.
Is Eric grilling?
I don't know.
Providing the food versus cooking.
Yeah, like who's actually?
Can I ask what's most important at a barbecue? Is it the beans or the potato salad?
Neither.
That's the important side.
But
No, they're not.
Macaroni
You
and cheese
can't call it a
is the
barbecue.
most
Every
important.
barbecue don't have macaroni and
No.
cheese.
You can't call it a barbecue without baked beans or potato salad.
Thank you.
Why is that?
See, that's
You
what I'm
can't.
saying. This
Why
what I'm
is
saying.
that?
You can't.
He understands.
Well,
Why is that?
Well, come to find out which is better on June the 2nd.
No.
Okay.
He's from the wonderful city of Fort Wayne, Indiana. That's right.
Okay.
Whoop, whoop. All right. So on June the 2nd, we are having a live taping, and we're having a barbecue, and we're shooting a music video. Why are we doing all these things in one day? Because we're crazy, and that's what we like to do. So we're doing 3 things. It's a barbecue, it's a live taping, so you get some food, some laughs, and you get to be in a music video. So please work on your twerk now.
Well, wait. We don't know if there's going to be food there.
There will be food.
It'll
Chris,
be
can
there.
you stop?
We don't know who's cooking
Can you
it.
please stop telling people?
It'll be there.
You are deterring our listeners from coming
No,
to the
but I mean,
barbecue.
I'm going to be there as well, so I need to know who's actually preparing this food.
Chris said
Somebody.
if y'all come at 1, y'all gonna have to help.
Yeah, that too. Y'all gonna have to come to help set up because we don't even know who grilling.
Can
If you come early,
Can you get that table for
if
me?
you're coming early, you need to grill.
Can you
At
run to
that
the
point.
store? Run to the store and get the napkin.
that point.
I do want to ask her why is this from 1 to 7? This is a long
1 to
ass
7?
barbecue.
Where have I been? 1 to 7?
It is it's 1 to 7. Look, our live show does not start at 3. Please do not
What?
come at 3. Thank you.
I'm
for
so
this.
lost.
Our live show starts at 1.
I'm lost.
Were you in the memo?
I don't think I was.
Our live show starts at 1.
They got a
People,
group text.
I was
If
not
you-
in this group chat.
Hold on, I'm making a very special announcement. If you want to come and hear the Get Right,
Get right.
Jesus Christ. If you want to come and hear the Get Right live, please come at 1. Because if you come at 3, it's going to be done. And the play's probably going to be done, but
The
you're going to have a
food
good
probably
time.
not gonna be ready.
You're going to have a good time. So come at 1, hear
The
a great
food probably
show,
not gonna be ready.
be great, be there
Who's
next
grilling?
Saturday.
Will it be a grill
Saturday,
there?
June the 2nd. There will be a grill.
Who's grilling?
DM us for the address.
Eric, if you're listening to the show, whenever you
DM us
play
for
this
the
back, I need to
address.
know who's grilling.
Please be there. It's going to be a good time. If you love us
Chris, you
and
might
if you
end up
love
grilling.
things
I
that
don't-
are great,
I don't think I'm
it is
attending.
BYOB. It is definitely BYOB, guys. Bring your own bottle.
Bring a grill.
And maybe bring your own burger.
Yeah, bring your own food. Bring your own food.
Bring your own buns.
Yeah. I don't know who the fuck is grilling.
Somebody gonna want the vegan options.
I
Yeah,
am.
This nigga
I'm
is.
going to bring the Beyond Beef. So whatever else y'all may want to grill. If you have a personal dietary needs, Didier, if you want some unseasoned chicken, bring your own chicken because we're going to throw some seasoning on ours. But
Who's throwing the seasoning on?
See, okay.
Didier's bringing his paprika. So anyways, so make sure you're out there June the 2nd. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of debauchery.
Can we just call? I'll call Eric.
All right. So, yeah, you can find me. My Instagram is Kelvinology, KelvinOllogy on your Insta. Nathan, what's your Insta information?
I don't have an Instagram.
That's right. You don't want nobody to find you.
Yeah, I just don't. Social media. Okay.
So find Nathan in the streets. If you roll up on him, he'll know it's you.
He teach you all about how to dodge child support. Stay off Instagram.
I'm telling you, Sally Mae keep on finding me though. She keep on finding me.
Oh, she. Do you want to say your Instagram?
Yeah, follow me at the Good News Radio.
Period.
Yeah.
You can catch me on Twitter and Instagram at cccaw_. And as always, guys, I hope y'all got right.
That's right. Get right or get left. Bitch, you gotta get right.